Matt Brody tells the Big K Morning Show that it looks like that'll be the case for the rest of this week.
Especially, keeping an eye on the river ice, too. So if anybody's out there and you see some ice on any of the rivers, please do let us know, because that's important for us to know for a couple weeks down the line here if we do warm up and thaw out and we start to see some impacts from that on the rivers.
He says we won't even hit the freezing mark until the middle of next week. Nearly 24 dogs have been recovered after police say they were chained outside in dangerous winter conditions in Beaver County. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has more.
Police say 23 dogs were found chained outside a home in Aliquippa during Sunday's winter storm. Investigators suspect the animals were being used for illegal dog fighting. All of the dogs are now at the Beaver County Humane Society, where staff say several needed emergency surgery and others face a long road to recovery. The agency says taking in so many animals at once is straining an already crowded facility. The dogs must remain at the shelter for at least 2 weeks, and staff are asking the public to consider fostering other animals or donating supplies, time, or money to help with care. For more information on how to help, you can contact the Beaver County Humane Society. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A Northford saleswoman who was convicted last year on charges she shot her roommate has now been sentenced. 36-year-old Leah Gillis has been sentenced to 8 to 16 years. She was accused of shooting her former roommate through a window in August of 2022 at a Penn Township home. The motive? Jealousy. AP correspondent Donna Warder reports now on that spraying attack on Minnesota U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar.
A man is under arrest after Democratic U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar was sprayed with an unknown substance during a town hall in Minneapolis Tuesday. The spraying happened as Omar called for the abolishment of ICE.
And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
Police say the man sprayed Omar with a syringe. He was tackled to the ground, and Omar said she would continue with the town hall and would not be intimidated. Police identify the man as 55-year-old Anthony Kazmierzak. I'm Donna Warder.
Researchers are making the case now that repetitive head injuries could lead to dementia. CBS's Michael George has the findings.
CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalopathy, can cause dementia. A new Boston University study analyzed brains of people that had been exposed to repetitive head impacts, primarily contact sport athletes. They found that people with advanced CTE had a 4 times greater chance of developing dementia. Researchers recommend CTE be recognized as a new cause of dementia.
On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is 14 points higher, the Nasdaq is up 114 points, and the S&P 500 is higher by 15. KDK Sports, so who will be taking the snaps next season under new Steelers coach Mike McCarthy? Odyssey Sports Director Jeff Hathorn.
Mike McCarthy has talked to Aaron Rodgers and would want him back. If Rodgers decides not to return, what about the second-year quarterback getting a shot?
I'm really excited about Will Howard. I think he's someone that I thought he really came on there at Ohio State. I'm anxious to work with him. So, it'd be great to have Aaron back. But Will and Mason, I'm really excited to get started with those guys.
On defense, McCarthy says he will keep with the traditional Steelers 3-4 look. With the Steelers, Jeff Hathorn, News Radio KDKA.
KDK Radio News, time 10:03. Time to visit RomeMonuments.com. Life is a journey to remember. Memorialize that journey. It's currently 7 degrees in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
A true spa bathroom isn't just about water pressure. It's about the view. Make your shower the crown jewel of your home with a custom frameless glass enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request at boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a few questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price. Or call 412-621-1799. See the difference at boulevardglassandmetal.com.
Attention Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more. And Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-674-5196. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-674-5196 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-674-5196. Again, 412-674-5196. 412-674-5196.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up, sister?
Oh, what's up, Marty, is we continue to have issues for T-Riders. At the last update, just before 8 a.m. for the T-Riders from Pittsburgh Regional Transit, is that they still have shuttle buses operating in lieu of the actual T service because of an overnight power outage when an overhead cable fell and disrupted power to their entire system. So definitely leaving extra travel time as you try to use the T, an absolute must. You could always check in with rideprt.org or their customer service center. Of course, right now around the rush hour for vehicular traffic, things are moving pretty well for you. No major accidents or delays. We're seeing a lot of people taking extra travel time, which is always a great idea after a winter event like what we've had. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A cold weather advisory tonight from 7 this evening through 11 a.m. tomorrow. Some sun will give way to clouds and look for a couple of flurries this afternoon with a high of 14. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and bitterly cold, a flurry or two, the low 1 above. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Bum, bum, bum. Bruce! And the day we sweated out on the streets of a runaway American dream. The American dream. Coming home. I get chills, and I got to play this McCarthy thing, and I know you've heard it 100 times, so here's 101 with meaning. And I'm here with my wife, Christine. The most significant thing I ever did in my life, we ever did in our lives, honey, was what?
Moving to Pittsburgh to be
home.
with your family.
Coming home.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
Life-changing, earth-shattering, right?
It definitely made who we are, who our family is. It was the best thing we did.
The greatest things that have ever happened in my life, including some of the tragic things that we learned from, happened here, right?
For sure.
Play that clip, please.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Art. I think I thought at least be able to get started. Oftentimes coaches and players, you put on new team colors, and it takes a minute to feel comfortable in those new colors. But to be blessed beyond any measure, one day to put on the colors you wore since you brought home. I apologize.
So, for perspective, I worked in L.A., big star, worked in Dallas, bigger star, insane money, insane acclaim, insane conflict, sued by the Dallas Cowboys, banished, to Pittsburgh. True story. I was on the couch in my apartment in Dallas for 6 months. NBC sent me there. Didn't want me on the air because of the conflict. This is all true. I flew home to Pittsburgh with no job. And I'm sitting in my mother's living room, Rose. And my mother said, why don't we go to KDKA TV? My mother drove her big boy, who had just been sued by the Dallas Cowboys, who worked in L.A., who was a big star, drove me to Gateway 1. Right, hon?
Yeah.
When I arrived, true story, Art Rooney was standing in the lobby. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I go back to the newsroom. And I sit down with the management. And they had heard of me and knew my reputation, good and bad, and my hometown roots. And within 10 minutes, a true story, they offered me a job. Getting choked up, just like McCarthy. So I love what he did. I could have hugged him. I love when big, burly, macho, I'm going to kick your ass guys cry. Don't you?
I think that's what was so cool about it is, you know, you expect this big, tough guy, football, and he was really just open with his emotions, and it's something we can all relate to.
So they offered me this job. This is a true story. My mom is in the lobby, Gateway 1. Took a half hour. I walk in the lobby. KDKA TV, the iconic, the greatest TV station in America that I grew up watching and I'll die watching. And I said, Mom, I'm coming home. You know, Dorothy said it. What'd she say, honey?
No place like home.
No place like home. Doesn't matter what the pay is. Doesn't matter. It's KDKA. Doesn't matter. It's the Steelers. That was beautiful, man. It was amazing. I hope he wins every friggin' game. But I saw that and I saw myself. Because of all the friends that I've ever known, every person, to a man, to a woman, says what, honey? There's no place like home.
And I do think there's something special about Pittsburgh and people here having this pride and this connection to Pittsburgh. I mean, people feel even, I think, stronger about their home when it is Pittsburgh.
It's amazing. It's friggin' amazing. Go ahead, Dave.
Mike McCarthy from Greenfield, and you came from functional families. Not all of us did, and that's very good. There are dysfunctional families out there. I pitched against Danny Marino at Greenfield's McGee Field back in high school.
That's fantastic. Danny was a hell of a pitcher.
He didn't pitch that game. He pitched and beat us the second game in our section and won the section crown.
So, Dave, hold on. Before you finish your career, isn't it cool McCarthy coming home?
Yes, Greenfield. Yes, I'm a lifelong Steeler fan.
That's right, baby.
Sure.
That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Mike Fisher, Scanner Mike, hang in there. I had to lead off the show with that. We have insane weather stuff. You got to hear this stuff coming up. Insane. And let me say this. And I sit there with Christine at night. We marvel because folks have decided that we are the landing place for their videos. You know why? Because we give it to him. You know why? Because it makes a difference. I want to thank each and every one of you for sending me your street, your home. You know why? It gets the damn job done. It matters. You got to hear this tape when we come back, folks. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Dallas. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty. And as we are looking out around the area roads, while the delays aren't too plentiful, you certainly want to leave extra travel time because the road conditions still can be pretty dicey in some areas. And we have accidents. 3200 block of Mount Royal Boulevard in Shaler Township. This is near the intersection with Willett Road. We have crews working with that, so please mind your speeds and watch out for the emergency crews as you travel there. A lot of the area roads are much tighter in terms of your travel lanes because of all the snow. And so, again, leaving that extra time, a great idea. A little bit slow go in both directions for you around the Squirrel Hill tunnels on the Parkway East. Parkway West just has a minor stepping on the brakes for you right before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. The ride out toward the airport looks great. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
So I went to high school with Bob Tootie, with Tootie Mechanical. Since I've known him, they've put 400 furnaces in homes, free furnaces. We're about to do that again. We'll put 20 in homes in one day. It's magnificent. You see folks cry. They change lives. This company gets it. Tootie Mechanical. 400 furnaces. Amazing, amazing. Tootie Mechanical. 412-771-4100. Love them.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I don't care what the excuses are. I don't care if the damn truck's broke. I don't care if you're low on salt. I don't care if your tire's flat. If you're in a house and you're trapped, you're hacked off. It's just the way it is. And stop telling me I'm picking on the mayor. Go away. Shoe fly. Grow up. Corey's a big boy. He knows the deal. He knows what needs to be done. I got to play. This is how insane it is out there on the streets. I got to play this clip. Listen to this clip. This is insane. Listen.
23 along with the fire department head towards the intersection of Ridgemont Drive at Springfield Street, getting multiple calls reporting a vehicle on fire.
623 copy from Banksville.
Proceed. We have bystanders trying to throw snow on it. Says that the fire is in the engine. It should be a Bronco about 15 feet away from any structures.
Say what? Did you hear that, honey?
Bystanders trying to throw snow on the fire.
Oh. You know what? My boy, Mike Fisher, is the man. He hears this stuff. He's a friggin' savant. Man.
That's a first.
Brother Mike, damn. I'm going to throw some snow on that fire. My man.
Marty, Christine, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Wow. This is interesting.
Yeah, and when the police got there, it was fully engulfed, so the snow didn't work out that well.
Mike, the snow extinguisher didn't work, bro.
A for effort. after fire.
Hey, just so people know, my man is so tied into what's happening. Let's be blunt. The city, even today, is still a SHI blank show, is it not, sir?
Yes, Marty, it is indeed a snow show.
Yes, and there are a significant number of people that can't get to Pitt because they're blocked in, right?
Yes, Marty, today is the University of Pittsburgh's first day. Everyone come back in person if you can, if it's safe. It's a ghost town.
I'm
walking around my office, walking around the cathedral. Ain't many bodies here.
I saw Pitt plow trucks yesterday. I saw UPMC plow trucks yesterday. At some point, brother, they said, to hell with it. We'll take care of it. We have to. They have to, right?
They have to.
Man. Stay yourself, man. You're killing it. What is our safety tip today, Mike? Do not put out a car fire with Frosty the Snowman, right?
Indeed.
Thanks, my man. Appreciate you. It's crazy. It is mayhem, honey.
It's a mess out there. I mean, a lot of streets in the city are still really, really dangerous.
And first responders are having a hell of a time just getting up and down. We have firefighters digging out their own trucks, ambulances stuck, public works trucks hitting other cars. Play this other clip, please, brother.
The tow truck should hang around town. That's where everyone's getting stuck at.
You hear that, honey?
No, I couldn't
Play
make
it one
out.
more time.
The tow truck should hang around town. That's where everyone's getting stuck at.
The tow truck should stay around town. It's where everyone's getting stuck at. He's right. He's right. And then there's this. The mayhem. Man, I got a text from my boy Ken Baker, the world's greatest plumber. The mayhem caused by water, frozen water. Brother Ken, morning, sir.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Wow. You sent me a picture yesterday that I want you to describe in the damage that water can do to a house. Please.
So, the one that I sent you yesterday, a customer of ours had a leak that was coming down through the kitchen ceiling, but after we, opened up that to make sure it wasn't a water line or anything like that, we started chasing it up, and it was his roof. His gutters were, full, and the ice was just mounded up, getting back behind the brick and causing all the water to come into the house. So all that has got to be taken out, dried up. Hopefully nothing structural. It's a real nightmare.
What will that cost?
I mean, on the low end, I would think with the restoration, with doing, 2 floors, probably close to $100,000.
No.
Oh my.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you got to figure if there's any mold in there, like that's all got to be remediated. They got to build containment areas, dry it out, rip the tile off the wall. It becomes a real big ordeal.
And did that happen, you think, because the gutters were full of leaves and then they all froze and it kept piling up?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, you could tell that the gutters, it was frozen solid in the picture. I mean, when starts to heat up a little bit, the sun hits that and starts to melt it, it's got nowhere to go, and then it freezes up, and it's going to find, a way in the house one way or another.
Wow.
We lost gutters one year, and my brother had an ice jam on his roof for the same reason.
Yeah, that was Snowmageddon. But with these cold temperatures, we're also hearing about pipes freezing. I know we had our neighbor across the street, their pipe broke in the basement. Are you seeing a lot of that too right now?
We've seen a couple of them. Luckily we haven't seen too many that have actually broke. We had a couple calls yesterday where the lines were froze. We had to go to, luckily there was a drop ceiling, so we could cut a little access in the drywall behind, above the drop ceiling and get a heat gun back in there to thaw them out. But, it's just a vicious cycle, unfortunately.
All right, so drop the bomb on us. He sent me this text yesterday, and then he talked about that damage, and we've had that same issue with gutters. My man, tell our audience, now this is one plumber, how much damage you've seen since everything started freezing, estimated cost to fix. How much?
Pushing $1 million.
Wow.
By the time it's all said and done with remediation cost, paint, drywall, all that, probably over $1 million.
God.
It's a lot.
Ken, have you ever seen anything like that? You've never said that to me before, ever.
Back a few years ago when we had that real cold snap between Christmas and New Year's, it got pretty bad. I was seeing, we had a church in Homestead, I think it was, that the boiler went out, so all the lines froze. I mean, that was a huge building, flooded that. So I've when the temperature gets below zero like this, it gets real bad real fast.
Hey, my man, lecture everybody one more time because it's supposed to get to 10 below on Saturday and Sunday. Please tell them what the hell to do, please.
Biggest thing, turn the furnace up a little bit. If you have, areas that have frozen in the past, open up the cabinets, remove all the, Kynego bags and stuff that's under there so the heat can get back there.
Nice.
Let the water run, the thickness of a pencil, so it's constantly moving. That way it doesn't have time to freeze because you don't want to deal with the broken pipe or the frozen pipe, The cost of the water is going to be so little compared to what the plumber is going to charge you.
$100,000.
That's a great way of looking at it because people might think, oh, I don't want to waste water. No, we don't want to waste water, but it's going to cost you a whole lot more to fix anything that breaks.
Excellent point, honey. My brother, thanks, Ken.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Man, $1 million. Jesus. Marcy, thanks for your patience, my friend. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Griffin.
Hello, beautiful.
I'm calling from Troy Hill. I live on the dead end of Gardner Street, which seems to be ignored every year. I have made 3 phone calls to City 311 that even if they would put salt, however, we have paid people to shovel the street. It is on a slight grade, but there's no place to put the snow.
Oh, yeah.
So it's piled up.
It's horrible.
And I'm really afraid that when it starts to melt, it's going to turn to ice.
It will.
The mounds are over 3 feet tall that we've dug out. I've lived here 50 years. I'm in my 70s and a widow. I really would appreciate if the city could come and get rid of the mounds of snow.
Marcy, give us your address, please, darling.
Okay.
Go.
1511 Gardner Street.
Spell that.
Gardner. I'm right at the corner of Gardner and Hatteras.
All right, my dear. We're on it. We'll get it done. Honey, she speaks for 100,000 people.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, it's
easy.
terrible. There's so many people like her who, thankfully, they somehow got people to shovel the street, but there are many where the streets are still covered in snow.
It's craziness.
Revitalize your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select vanities and free delivery during our bath savings event. Plus, get up to 40% off select shower heads. No matter what style you're looking for, we've got you covered. Shop for your bathroom refresh at Lowe's. We help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
Okay, get this. Now at Wendy's, you get to go biggie with new Biggie deals. That means going biggie with a $4 Biggie Bites, biggier with a $6 Biggie Bag, or biggiest with an $8 Biggie Bundle. So now you can choose and customize your Biggie deal. As you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
A luxury vacation home where the only decision is pool time or beach time. Your own private indoor pool, a real movie theater, a kitchen big enough for everyone to cook together. Whether it's a deep water dock on the lake or a private path to the ocean, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the place where this summer's memories are made. And when you book direct, you skip the extra platform fees and you get the best price. Give yourself something better to look forward to this year. Let's be honest, you've earned it. Visit SWAC, SWACK vacations.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 7 degrees at 10:30. I'm David Colorado. People throughout the region are continuing to struggle digging out from this weekend's massive storms. National Weather Service meteorologist Matt Broody tells the Big K Morning Show that these extreme temperatures make it nearly impossible to see any true snowmelt.
You know, we don't even see any decent chance of highs reaching freezing until maybe earlier, middle of next week, like you said. And, that has longer, prolonged impacts, too, with the cold at night. Make sure you're protecting people, plants, and pets.
The most extreme temperatures this week will arrive Thursday and Friday nights when we dip into the negative teens. A man accused of assaulting a woman in Verona is in custody after an incident this morning. Police say a 34-year-old man assaulted the woman along the 500 block of West Railroad Avenue. The unnamed man was taken into custody and transported to the Allegheny County Jail. It was discovered that the man was wanted out of Wilkes-Barre on a PFA violation. City Council putting two of Mayor O'Connor's top public safety nominees under oath today. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has more.
Acting Police Chief Jason Lando and Acting Public Safety Director Sheldon Williams will be sworn in during their City Council interviews today, a requirement added after the resignation of former Chief Larry Scarrato. The former chief stepped down after questions arose about his return to NCAA refereeing, despite earlier assurances to Council. The under oath process is intended to add accountability moving forward. Council may also address past allegations connected to Chief Lando's tenure in Maryland, though prosecutors there found no criminal wrongdoing. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow was up 8 points. The Nasdaq, though, is higher by 93, and the S&P 500 is also up, gaining 11. KDK Radio News Time 10:31. Our next update's at 11. I'm David Colorado on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Wesley Financial. The divorce rate for couples over the age of 50 has doubled since 1990. Financial planner Carolyn McClanahan says a number of factors are driving gray divorce, and it's rarely amicable.
Most of them are adversarial, so each spouse needs to make sure that they're protecting themselves.
If you protect your assets, she says, you can attack life's second act with gusto.
It can be scary and exciting all at the same time.
I'm Rob Hart.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
Are you ready for retirement? Hi, this is Brian Quaranta, host of On the Money, heard every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join me and your host, Rob Pratt, as we tackle the most important questions about retirement planning, financial strategies, and securing your future. From avoiding costly mistakes to maximizing your savings, we'll help you feel more confident about your financial journey. Tune in every Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. on KDKA Radio. Take the first step towards a worry-free retirement. That's On the Money, your retirement planning destination.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Guys, the best thing I did in 2025 was get a new garage floor from Comer and Cross. It completely transformed my garage. It's given me new space in a new room in my house. I can't believe I waited as long as I did to get in touch with the great people at Comer and Cross. But hey, better late than never. And right now, they've got their preseason sale going on. Comer and Cross, you're going to get a phenomenal price, and they're going to install it when you want it on your terms. They make it so simple. It's cold outside. They're going to take all the stuff out of the garage for you and secure it so you don't have to do it yourself. They fix all the cracks perfectly. And the best part is all of this gets done, and I know from personal experience, in one day. So go with the pros at Comer and Cross. They don't subcontract out. Call them now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR and lock in your preseason price and installation when you want it. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
We have this window, and it needs replaced. And I'm sitting here because I've been talking to the folks at Windows Direct, and they've got this deal right now. You buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. And check this out. You get $1,000 off your entire project and 0% interest for 60 months. You can spread out the payments, 60 months interest-free, $1,000 off. And all you got to say is, I love my windows. 412-545-6003, 412-545-6003. 6003 Universal Windows Direct.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder. Now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Marty, what's up is we are getting reports of an accident just coming into us now. This would be on the Parkway West 376 outbound. And it is in Scott Township, so it looks like it's kind of at the bottom of the hill there as you round the bend and try to head past the Carnegie interchange. We will get our eyes on that and have more details for you in our next update. Our flow maps certainly show that there are some slowdowns in that area, so do keep that in mind. Elsewhere around the commute, Parkway East is doing pretty well. Just a minor slowdown inbound and outbound near the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Parkway West on the inbound ride is just a little bit slow approaching the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Some sunshine will give way to clouds, and there'll be a couple of flurries around this afternoon, or high 14. Partly to mostly cloudy, frigid tonight. Look for a flurry or two, the low 1 above. For tomorrow, more clouds and sun and bitterly cold. There could be a late-day flurry, the high 13 to 17. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When you hire our firm, you become part of the family. Nobody messes with family. Get the good guys, good-looking guys.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Wednesday, halfway through the week. Senator Dave McCormick joins today and so much more. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KDKA.
My career, ever seen this many people this mad about the weather? Ever, honey. Ever.
No, people are angry, and, you know, first of all, people barely remember. It's been decades since we've had this kind of weather, so, yeah, it's really unacceptable, though. If you pay city taxes, you deserve to be able to drive around on your streets.
By the way, that's my argument about Marcy. Marcy sent me this compelling as hell video, and that's my thing. Does Marcy pay taxes like they pay in Squirrel Hill? Uh-huh. Or Shadyside? Uh-huh. Marcy sent me a video that's on social that's blowing up that aggravates the hell out of me because they got plowed in. They're totally screwed. Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Hi, Marty. How are you?
Well, you're aggravated as hell, and you should be, right?
I am. I've been here 30 years at my house, and we have a beautiful home. I'm not complaining. I am blessed.
Right on.
And I'm on 3 acres in the city. I was a teacher for 35 years and love my home. Right. Not complaining. My driveway is a long gravel driveway. The driveway's not the issue.
It isn't.
But when you come out, so we're on the bottom of Wilkesboro, which is a dead end where the pedestrian footbridge is that's been closed off, and they're in the process of removing it. So we get all the snow drift. So not only do we have the snow that fell, there's probably 3-foot spots of snow drifting. Anyway, on Monday, Paul, my husband, this is day 3, by the way, for him to try to get to work, and he hasn't been able to. So I'm sure that the job is, they're not happy. His boss is not happy. Anyway, he went out on Monday to try to get out, and he said they plowed us in at the top. So the way it is there's the bottom part of Terman, then you turn right onto Wilkesboro, and you head down. The tow truck, or the plow truck came down, my neighbor told me, and actually turned to the right on Stone Leah and plowed in big mountain, like 3 foot of snow. So not only did they not treat our street and plow it, which now is solid ice and so much snow, it's unbelievable, as you could see according to the video that I sent. Now we have a 3-foot wall of snow at the top to try to get through.
Which is by the way, is like a stone wall now because it's hard.
Exactly. And I'm not the only one here. There's 2 other homes. They're a little closer up to the corner. I'm the one at the very, very bottom, so I get all the snow drift. Now, I drive a Nissan Armada. That's a large SUV. That can get through anything. And I'm going to say, Marty, for the last several years, I've remembered one snowfall like this since I've been here for 30 years. They used to come and do this. I don't know what has happened, but they used to have a salt box at the top of Wilkesboro that my husband volunteered to use it in salt. Well, then the neighbors were stealing the salt. People were coming from all over stealing the salt.
People were such jagoffs.
That's terrible.
Come on, man.
So that salt box went by. Then they used to come and do this. This is the worst ever. And in the last, 4 years, they haven't touched this down here.
Wow.
So
4 years?
They don't touch it.
And wait, this is, just to be clear, this is a public street, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And they never touch it. But see, I can usually get out, Marty, because I'm driving this big vehicle that my husband puts in snow mode.
Ridiculous.
Well, now we got stuck on the hill. I called 911.
Oh, wow.
He had to back down back into the driveway. So the tire tracks that you see that he's trying to grind to get up there have now turned to everything's ice now. And we are now on day 4, and there's no hope. I mean, that doesn't look like we're getting out of here. I got 2 dogs that I need dog food for. I am going to need groceries at some point.
Right.
And, I mean, I'm concerned if there was a medical emergency or, God forbid,
You're done.
My house caught fire, no one's getting to us. No one. We're like deserted down here. It's gorgeous, and I'm not complaining. I love it.
Well, if people are watching,
you have to apologize.
No.
You're spot on, sister. Come on.
And if people are watching on our stream, you can see the video you took of exactly what you're talking about. And it is beautiful, but it's completely untouched. You can tell there's nothing remotely of any ounce of snow that's been removed.
Hey, by the way, that's the 1st Division of Public Works on the north side.
Yes, and I have called.
Hold on, Marcy. Give them your street again and your address. Let's get this done this morning.
3917 Wilkesboro, WILKSBORO Avenue, and that's Brighton Heights, Pittsburgh, 15212.
Hey, you are seriously, ostensibly, you're trapped in your home.
We're trapped, yes. Wow. And I'm getting a little nervous today because, like I said, my husband I hope he don't lose his job. And I'm like, it's starting to get to be really kind of a serious situation.
Let's be honest here. This crap ain't changing, man.
That's what I was going to say. It's staying cold.
Oh, yeah.
And the colder it gets, the icier it gets. And then I think they're calling for more snow, aren't they?
Well, and if you said it'd been 4 years since they came to your house, my guess is somehow your street is not on their list of things to do. I mean, that's crazy.
Let me tell you, yes, we're the last to get plowed down here on but it hasn't really affected because we haven't had a snow like this. I mean, this is Armageddon.
Right. In the past, it would melt.
Yes, and we can get out, and I'm not a complainer. I'm just for the betterment of everybody. Our Brighton Heights looks like a war zone with snow. Honest to goodness. It's so bad, and they want people to move their cars off the street, but there's nowhere to put their cars. I'm fortunate. I have this long driveway, but what's people doing? I mean,
Marcy, what the hell do you do for food?
Well, I did have, I have a lot of food, but you do run out of stuff, and I'm starting to get a little nervous because it's like I'm more nervous that my husband can't get to his job, and And I'm nervous, like if something would happen and our furnace is going overtime. What if something happened and nobody's going to get to us, a repairman, a serviceman, no one. I mean, I don't even know, and they need to come in. I have called 311 and put in several tickets. I have called Bobby Wilson's office. They don't answer. I don't know where they're at. I've put several calls in, left lengthy voicemails. This today was really stern. I have called the mayor's office, left a message on the mayor's actual, voicemail in the mayor's office. No return call. I'm at the point now. My son, before he left for the military, he worked for a landscaping company that's local to us. They have big dump trucks that they're plowing. I'm ready to now pay, and I know it's going to cost me. Why should I pay to have my street plowed when I am probably one of the highest taxpayers in this Brighton Heights area with 3 acres, and I can't get my street just one time plowed?
I'm gonna text the mayor, and I have friends in Public Works. We'll get this done for you today.
I'm getting it's
cool.
day 4 now.
It's
yeah,
not cool.
I've been. Right. I mean, and everybody loves a good snowfall. You're looking, it's pretty, it's beautiful, but this is now getting worrisome.
Well, my dear, we could project. It's supposed to get colder. This ain't going to clear up till next week. You can't sit there for another 7 days. You can't.
Right. That's what's worrying me. And then, my husband not being able to get his job.
No, if he gets fired, that's a disaster. I love you. We're on it. We're on it, my dear. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate everything that you guys are doing, and I hope that they can get this together, not only for me, but for the Brighton Heights neighborhood, seriously.
I'm with you. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you so much, Marty.
Yeah, be safe, Marcy.
Multiply by 100,000 times. It's a crap show, man. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? It looks like it turned out to be one of those quick resolutions to an earlier accident on the outbound Parkway West. So that's good news. This was reportedly near the Carnegie interchange. We've looked out live with the PennDOT cameras. Traffic is moving well in both directions there on the Parkway West. And in fact, all the way out to the airport on the outbound or westbound ride, you have a decent commute. The inbound is just a little bit slow right around that Banksville on-ramp as you head for the Fort Pitt tunnels. Around the Parkway East and the Squirrel Hill tunnels, you have some slow traffic heading up that little grade as you make your way toward and past the Squirrel Hill Homestead interchange. Inbound, it's just a minor delay between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the inbound tunnel portal. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters. I've been a customer for over a decade. Why? Because the professional work CertaPro Painters does protects your home, quality paint, worry-free process, free estimates. That's why I've relied on CertaPro Painters. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Hey, it's Marty. Are you tired of pain or fear of falling that's holding you back, struggling with balance, neuropathy, or joint pain? At Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, physical therapy is done differently because you are different. Folks, this place is amazing. I've seen it firsthand. Shoulder pain, knee pain, balance issues. They attack it and work it, and it works. Call today. Monroeville Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Y108 presents Odyssey, The Night Before. Powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Starring Jason Aldean.
Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh? I'm Jason Aldean.
April 22nd, inside the Event Center at Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. You can't buy a ticket to this show. You can only win your way in. Details at y108.com. Brought to you by Broken Bow Records. Must be 21 plus.
Look, cancer is evil. I mean that. Lost my sis, Barb. I lost one of my best friends, Jeff. However, I got to say this. I'm alive. They saved my life at UPMC. And new data suggests that 70% of folks that get cancer live 5 years plus. It's a miracle. We got to have hope. We got to have faith in the doctors and the greatness and the kindness at UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh body repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years. So give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Cindy from Seattle asks, I'm trying to save for a future down payment and hopefully pay a large chunk of cash to own a condo of my own, like maybe 5 to 7 years from now. I was dollar cost averaging and putting any extra cash into index funds. Should I switch to CDs instead? Cindy, if we're talking about this happening over 5 or 7 years, it should work to keep putting that money into index funds. But if the time changes, maybe a year or two, then yes, that's when you start moving everything to cash.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
For a balanced menu of politics, policy, and pop culture, follow and listen to The Takeout with me, Major Garrett, on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
23 along with the fire department head towards the intersection of Ridgemont Drive at Springfield Street, getting multiple calls reporting a vehicle on fire.
623 copy from Banksville.
Firstly, we have bystanders trying to throw snow on it. Says that the fire is in the engine. It should be a Bronco about 15 feet away from any structures.
Wow. That happened yesterday afternoon. It's insane.
Snow to put out a fire.
What the hell are you supposed to do?
I mean, it is water, right? So I guess it couldn't hurt. Obviously, there's not enough. If you don't have big bucketfuls, it's not going to... Didn't quite do the trick.
And the firefighters having a hell of a time digging out their own damn trucks.
Right.
It's been crazy.
Well, and just trying to drive on the streets is difficult, too, with, some of these streets not being fully plowed, especially for a fire truck.
Thousands of streets. That poor woman, Marcy, 4 days blocked in. Jody, go ahead and Stand Heights.
Hi, just wanted to let you know that not one plow has been up in Stanton Heights.
Whoa. Not one?
Not one? Not one.
Really?
My parents are 85 and 88. I can't get them out of the house because I can't have them walk through 12 inches of snow.
Wow. What street are they on, ma'am?
Oglethorpe.
Turn the radio down, please.
It's off of Woodbine. They've been there for 62 years.
And they're trapped.
They are.
Come on, we're 5 days in now. Come on.
Exactly. Not one plow.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And like Marcy said, it's turning to ice.
Yeah. Name the street again, ma'am.
Oglethorpe.
I've been on it. That's awful.
Yeah.
Wow. It's hard to imagine because we have resources.
Right.
But they're screwed.
We're now 3 days.
No.
4.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Come on. This happened Saturday night. It's ignorant, ma'am. Come on, ma'am. See? Joanne.
Hi, Marty.
How are you,
Hey,
sweetheart?
Marty, I live at the bottom of a dead-end street on Polish Hill. I'm 85 years old, and I'm recuperating from esophageal cancer, and I have blood clots in my lungs. I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, but the trucks don't come down all the way down my street. I don't know if they've been at the upper part, but I'm not going to be able to make it to my oncology doctor's appointment. And the thing is, it's a dead-end street. I live at the bottom. So I was asking if maybe you could get them to get trucks that can scoop out the snow that's at the bottom of my street so I can get out for Tuesday to go to my doctor's appointment.
Poor thing.
I've had chemo and radiation in December, so I've got the blood clots in my lung, and I had esophageal cancer. I'm trying to recuperate from it, and I have this doctor's appointment on Tuesday. There's no way I'm going to be able to get out of my street. I live at the bottom of a dead-end street.
All right, I got to... Trevin, I'm going to put her on hold. We got to get her information. We got to help her. That's just awful,
I'm sorry to hear that. We'll do everything we can to make sure that they get to you so you can get to your appointment Tuesday.
Joanne, what's your address again, sweetheart?
3409 Flavian Street, Flavian.
All right, we're going to put you on hold and get your personal information. All right?
Thank you.
All right, we'll be praying for you.
Do you have food and stuff?
Yeah. Eventually I won't, but right now I'm okay.
Well, you're trapped.
I am. The drifts are like 3 foot high. My neighbors were nice enough to clean off my sidewalk, so my sidewalk is good, but I can't get off the street.
No, man, we can't allow that to happen.
No, absolutely
If we have to take you ourselves, that's... I'm sorry. Hang on, we're going to get your information. I'm not picking on anyone here. I'm not placing blame on anyone, but that's unforgivable.
No, I mean, honestly, people have important appointments, and pretty soon people are going to start running out of food. I mean, we told people, a couple days worth, not a week's worth of food.
We're going to talk to Rachel Heisler next about the dramatic implosion of the Pittsburgh fleet. They better fix this crap, because this is not acceptable. Come on, man. It's an American city.
Well, and if we recall, this same thing happened the last time we had a decent snow just this season, that a third of the trucks broke down. So this is not new. It's because they're old, as she said, like more than 40% are 10 years old.
But Jesus, to hear that woman on the phone.
I feel terrible because there's people like her who are dealing with this extra stress on top of already going through, a major health challenge.
In Marcy. 4 days, and her husband could get fired.
Right.
Wow. All right, we're on it. We got Rachel Heisler next. Don't miss that.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. And brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Warm up your home this winter with a brand new roof from Home Genius Exteriors. Call now and get 50% off all roofing materials plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, you can get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS for your free, no obligation roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well,
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
A senior citizen sent me a note that they couldn't afford the nursing home they were in, and they were going to be charged exorbitant fees. Sent it to Julian Gray. He got in the middle of it, worked out a deal, got them into a better place. Julian Gray just set up an entire estate plan for myself and my entire family. They take care of your life right now and your estate right now. Julian Gray, grayelderlaw.com, 412-458-6000, the best.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 11 degrees at 11 o'clock. I'm David Ballarado. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. People throughout the region continue to struggle to dig out from this weekend's massive snowstorm. National Weather Service meteorologist Matt Broody tells KDKA these extreme temperatures make it nearly impossible to see any true snowmelt.
You know, we don't even see any decent chance of highs reaching freezing until maybe earlier, middle of next week, like you said. And, that has longer, prolonged impacts, too, with the cold at night. Make sure you're protecting people, plants, and pets.
One of the world's largest employers is making another major shift to its workforce strategy. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush tells us more.
Amazon is slashing about 16,000 corporate jobs, its biggest round of layoffs since 2023, as the company restructures and leans more into artificial intelligence. Executives say the cuts are aimed at reducing layers, not finances, even as profits jumped nearly 40% last quarter. U.S. employees will have 90 days to seek new roles internally, with severance offered if they leave. Amazon isn't alone. UPS also plans to cut up to 30,000 jobs this year. Both companies operate distribution centers in the Pittsburgh area as major employers continue pulling back on hiring. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
President Trump says Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey is violating the law. CBS News White House correspondent Natalie Brand has more.
We have this new warning to Mayor Frey on social media. President Trump says that Mayor Frey stated that Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. This is after having a very good conversation with him. Could somebody in his inner sanctum please explain that this statement is a very serious violation of the law and that he is playing with fire?
Imagine setting a Guinness World Record before you even turned 3. Correspondent Vicki Barker has that.
I'm Vicki Barker at the Foreign Desk. He has to climb up a stool to reach the snooker table, but British toddler Jude Owens has become the youngest person to perform 2 trick shots. First, he completed a snooker double pot when he was 2 years and 261 days old. Weeks later, at 2 years and 302 days old, Jude successfully executed a pool bank shot. He's now officially the youngest person ever to perform both trick shots and one of the youngest double record holders in Guinness World Records history. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 19 points. The Nasdaq is higher by 36. S&P 500 gaining 4 points. KDKA Sports, Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers are back together for now. Odyssey Sports Director Jeff Hathorn has more.
They spent 13 years together. 8 of those years were postseason honors for Aaron Rodgers, including a pair of MVPs and a Super Bowl. What about a reunion of Rodgers and new Steelers head coach Mike McCarthy?
And I have spoken to Aaron, and I was able to sit back and watch the games. I watched most of the Pittsburgh games on TV. and I thought he was a great asset for the team.
Rodgers was 10-6 with 24 touchdowns to 7 interceptions in 2025. With the Steelers, Jeff Hathorne, News Radio KDKA.
KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. Time to call Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman at One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for the right health insurance plan that can save you thousands. It's 11 degrees in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic at the AccuWeather forecast next.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we finally have some great news, some improvements with the situation with the Pittsburgh Regional Transit's T-Line. All inbound lanes, this is a new update, all inbound rail lines are now open for T-riders coming out of the South Hills. The outbound rail is closed from Memorial Hall to Castle Shannon to Washington Junction, and the blue line will be a single track from Pine to Private Drive. The red line will be a single track from Castle Shannon to Private Drive. The silver line will be running, but will return to the yard to do layovers. Passengers will ride shuttle buses from Library Station to Washington Junction to head deeper into the South Hills, and they are asking to expect delays of 10 minutes or so. Both inbound and outbound buses throughout the system are running with 10 to 20 minute delays throughout the system as well. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A very cold afternoon with clouds and limited sun. A couple of flurries around, the high 14. Partly to mostly cloudy, very cold tonight. Look for a flurry, the low 1 above. Tomorrow, clouds, some sun and bitterly cold with a chance of a late-day flurry, the high in the mid-teens. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I have literally thousands of people, thousands, trapped in their homes. Did you hear that cancer patient? My God. She's trapped in her house, hasn't seen a plow in 4+ days, and can't get to her cancer treatment. That is unacceptable. Can I be honest? The canary in the coal mine months ago Rachel Heisler, the city controller. This insanely dysfunctional public works crap show has been headed this way for 20 plus years. In fact, it was Rachel on the show who said it would take $200 million to get it back to snuff. And she joins us this morning. And by the way, here's why she's an A student. She's out in it. You have been, haven't you, Rachel?
Yeah, I rode with a Public Works crew for 8 hours. I did a full shift on Sunday and was picked up at 4:30 by Ray Brooks, who runs the First Division.
Yep.
It was out from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday. And a lot of that, Sunday plows were literally just making things less bad. I mean, snow removal does not begin until the snow stops. So snow removal did not really start until Sunday evening into Monday morning. So we're really 48 hours into snow removal in the city of Pittsburgh. I mean, you can't start snow removal until snow ends. So I want to commend the public workers, the men and women who have been digging, plowing, shoveling for the last 3-4 days. For the work that they've done. And we've given them really old equipment, and they're doing everything they possibly can with it.
You know what I say, Rachel, and you know this. Playing 11-man football with 7 people. And the taxpayers, they're screwed. You know this, right? You feel it, you see it, you hear it, don't you?
Well, we need to, as a city, we need to reinvest in our fleet. And it starts, with the decisions that are made at the end of the year for the subsequent year. But we spent about $5.5–6 million last year on our fleet. And it needs to be 3 or 4 times that. And it needs to be 3 or 4 times that this year, next year, and the year after that. Fleet investment needs to be an ongoing priority for this city. It needs to be true for public works. It needs to be true for public safety. The 2 priorities of this government are public safety and public works.
Hell yeah.
And we cannot deliver core city services without vehicles. It's just the reality of the situation. And until we admit that to ourselves and prioritize vehicles, this is the situation we're going to be in. But, I think that this fleet is old, and I don't think that, I know that. We're seeing the impact of an old fleet right now, and that is the reality of the situation.
I am sickened by these stories. I just had an 85-year-old woman on who can't get to her cancer treatment. I had a woman trapped in her house in Brighton Heights for 4 days. Her husband's going to get fired. It's kind of unacceptable, isn't it, Rachel? If you're a taxpayer, don't you expect a little better?
I completely understand why people are frustrated. I get it. I understand. I actually think there's a little bit of PTSD happening with COVID. I think people are, remember that 3rd week in March of 2020 and think they're never going to get out. I do know that crews are on, these ancillary roads today. I saw that in my own neighborhood. Yeah. I drove around a bit this morning. They're getting to these ancillary roads today into tomorrow. There's a lot of snow, and I think that we need to make sure we're prioritizing the fleet and this to avoid situations like this before. But as you mentioned, I was before City Council, I think about a year ago, and said this exact thing.
You did.
These vehicles are expensive, and until we make until we prioritize the purchase and acquisition of snow removal vehicles, public works vehicles, public safety vehicles, this is going to continue to happen.
And that's why I love you. You get it. And we can't just say to people, you live in the city, the streets are always going to suck. I'm sorry, Rachel, that's not acceptable. There's no way.
Yeah, that I totally agree with. I think that, we city residents deserve city services, and I think that is not an acceptable mentality. We owe it to city residents to do everything we can to deliver those core city services, and snow removal is absolutely one of them.
So I love you. I've heard this speech for 30 years. I'm old. I've been at this a while. You know that. But I'm convinced that this mayor gets it. I'm also being told that there is discussion with the nonprofits to help with this process. Is that fair to say?
I'm not privy to those conversations. I have advocated for them myself from where I sit in the controller's office. What I will tell you is that I think the operational and organizational changes that have been made in the first 20, I'm looking at my calendar, 20 or so days of the O'Connor administration have been positive.
Yep.
I have been very encouraged by the communication that I have seen out of this office.
Same.
But you can't buy 30 new DPW vehicles in 25 days. You just can't. And that's the reality of the situation. And what I do hope that this does is incentivize the acquisition of new DPW vehicles and new public safety vehicles. There's $10 million unallocated so far in the ELA budget. From the millage increase at the end of the year. So hopefully that will, this storm will inform the decisions that are made with the equipment leasing agency in the remainder of the year. And I hope that we prioritize and dedicate funding year in and year out.
Hell yeah.
That's what needs to happen. We need to make sure we can buy snow removal vehicles and trash trucks and ambulances and fire trucks, and that this is a priority. We need to be able to deliver these basic services to city residents, and you can't do it without money because you can't do it without vehicles.
Heisler Damas, she called us a year ago. She did. I'm just telling you. I'm a big fan. You know why? Truth to power. We cannot forget, though, Rachel, when the damn snow melts. Oh, it's cool. We're fine. We can't do that.
Yeah.
We can't.
Right. No, I trust me. I will keep talking about the fleet. I have said and will continue to say, this government has two priorities: keeping people safe and keeping things clean. And we cannot deliver those services without vehicles.
Right on. You're the best. Thank you.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks for having me today. Stay warm.
Truth to power, man. She said it a year ago. You need $200 million. You can't forget this, folks. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ella, what's up?
Our last report about the improvements to the situation with the T. So from our friends at Pittsburgh Regional Transit, all inbound rail lines are now open. The outbound is closed from Memorial Hall in Castle Shannon to Washington Junction. So shuttle buses are in place there. And various parts of the blue, red, and silver lines are running in single track formation and also heading back to the yard on the silver line, in particular for a layover. So more shuttle bus time for the passengers. And passengers are asked to leave and expect about 10 to 15 minutes of delays, both inbound and outbound, as they use the T. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
This weekend forecast brought to you by KFC Bowls. 5 different bowls to fill up 5 different ways. Saturday will be cloudy and quite cold in Pittsburgh with a chance of some snow or flurries, high in the upper teens. Mostly cloudy Sunday, a little snow or flurries, the high in the upper teens. Go to KFC and get a whole lot of bowl for a whole lot less money. 5 delicious bowls for just $5 each. From the classic famous bowl to Chef Matty Matheson's bowl and even more in between. KFC. It's finger-licking good. Prices and participation may vary.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Guys, the best thing I did in 2025 was get a new garage floor from Comer and Cross. It completely transformed my garage. It's given me new space in a new room in my house. I can't believe I waited as long as I did to get in touch with the great people at Comer and Cross. But hey, better late than never. And right now, they've got their preseason sale going on. Comer and Cross, you're going to get a phenomenal price, and they're going to install it when you want it on your terms. They make it so simple. It's cold outside. They're going to take all the stuff out of the garage for you and secure it so you don't have to do it yourself. They fix all the cracks perfectly. And the best part is all of this gets done, and I know from personal experience, in one day. So go with the pros at Comer and Cross. They don't subcontract out. Call them now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR and lock in your preseason price and installation when you want it. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
Had a young lady at our house last night, 2 years at CCAC, transferred to a top-tier school, no cost, 2 years, CCAC. Talking to my son last night about CCAC has a dual enrollment program for 11th and 12th graders. You get college-level classes and credits at CCAC, get the college experience, and they all transfer. CCAC rocks. CCAC.edu.
Hi, this is elder law attorney Carl Zachariah. Betty called me last week because her mother's in a nursing home and had given her $30,000 2 years ago. I told her that 5-year look-back will not apply. We can get it fixed. Call Zachariah Brown at 724-942-6200 or visit PittsburghElderLaw.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Two things can be right at the same time. You can say public works is kicking ass, which they are. You can also say public works sucks, which it does, because they don't have the equipment. It's just the truth. I'm not blaming the guys and the women out there kicking ass 24/7. And the private contractors, man, they were kicking ass last night in the strip, man, hauling away snow. It's very cool. To be honest, Corey's begging people to work these private contracts. You can't get them because they're all busy. I think he only found 2 yesterday. It's horrible. The problem is what happens is these politicians have a narrow focus, and they don't want to spend the money once it gets warm. They say, to hell with it, we'll be fine. Then they're not fine. Here we go again. My man Paul, who's been in public works forever, said it wasn't like this. It's always been like this, my man. I've been here more than 20 years, and it's been like this for 20 years. These guys have selective memory like they used to kick ass. No. It's always been a crap show. Sorry. Because of everything we're talking about. Most of these guys kick ass. Most of them love the work, but most of the equipment sucks. It always has. It's a lame-ass excuse. Yeah, I'm moving in the city. The schools suck. We don't have enough cops. And public works sucks, and the streets are horrible. Oh. Well, let me move my business there then. It's ignorant. And I think Corey gets it. I hope. I talked to him 3 times yesterday. For people who think I'm picking on him, you're full of crap. It's called the truth, man. Fix the damn problems. So, we started seeing social media videos this morning. Patrick, people screaming and yelling about the airport, right?
Oh, going off.
Going off. What was the one woman digging out her car for 2 hours? Kind of gave this apocalyptic scenario.
She had to pull a sign out of her trunk to dig her car out, which, if you've ever been at the airport and snow has happened, that's legit. You do have to dig yourself out.
They do. However, 2 issues here. Massive parking lots. Issue number 2, ain't no way, no how, ain't no way they can, Patrick, plow between those cars. No. Ain't no space.
Never have, never will.
They can't.
No.
And I had to grab Bobby Kurlick, who's my man, probably my favorite PR person on earth with the airport. And you actually just came through the parking lots. Describe the scenario right now, Bobby, please.
Hey, Marty, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was just out there, actually. After you texted me this morning, I did a lap myself because I wanted to go out and see it. So what the driving lanes in the parking lots are clear. Yep. I mean, I sent you the pictures on that. They're done very well. Yeah, they're done very well. The issue is just as you said. It's in between the cars where obviously plows cannot fit. that we, can't get in between those and get people, to dig those out. However, I will say that if people are, if you are have serious problems, you can't get in there, you don't have a shovel, if you're elderly, whatever, if there's a number on the back of the parking ticket, it's 412-472-5050, 412-472-5050. That goes right to our parking office. They will help you get your car out. I know that they have assisted more than 50 people already that have called that number, that they'll send the maintenance crew over to help you get the snow around there so you can get your car out. So if they are having serious problems to do that, please, they should call that number for assistance. But for the most part, the parking lots are actually in very good shape, aside from the in-between portions.
And now, by the way, Bobby, what the hell? You can't clean off people's cars, bro.
No, there's 15,000 parking spaces out there. But as the cars leave, though, and you have people that have pulled out and left, and the spaces are open, then the plows are, if enough people have left in an area, then the plows are able to get through and actually clear those spaces out. But we have to wait until the cars actually leave to be able to do that.
And I posted the pics he sent me, and everything he's saying. Look, she took video right after the snow, and yeah, she did have to dig out, and it's her friggin' problem. She didn't have a shovel or anything in her car. It's not Bobby's problem. She had cardboard to dig out her damn car. But
well, we know people are going to be coming back. Right. And again, that's why if you're really in trouble and you need help, call that 50-50 number. Those guys will come over. They will help you. They have shovels. They're helping people get out. Elderly people, whatever, and helping people get in there. So, yes, I did see that social media video, the one that you're referencing, and but I don't know when that was taken in terms of whether that was right after the snow.
After the snow, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, before you go, help me out with flights. Is everything cool?
Yeah, I was actually just looking at the in terms of cancellations. You mean? Yeah. We yes, today we only have 5 cancellations today, which is actually just a regular day for us. So our flights are pretty much back to normal. If you compare that to where we were over the weekend, you saw there was airports across the country, as we talked about previously, that were closed and thousands of flights canceled. So it looks like the national airspace is pretty much back to normal for the most part. And here at Pittsburgh, certainly with only the 5 cancellations, usually we have about anywhere from 2 to 5 a day anyway, for various reasons. So, and that's out of 260 flights. So we're doing pretty well today.
Bobby Curley, no one better, brother. Thank you, man.
All right, thank you, Marty. And by the way, we'll have a flight announcement coming out pretty soon here. We are announcing new nonstop service to Louisville on Breeze. Nice. So that's going to be coming out too. So it's just another addition to the.
All right, man. Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks,
You're the
Marty.
man. Love the guy. You know why? Tells the truth and calls you back and tells the public what they need to hear. Had to grab James. James, jump in here. What happened?
Hey, Marty.
Yeah.
Please understand, I lost my job 2 weeks ago out by the airport.
Oh.
And I was down south. I'm just coming back.
Uh-huh.
I'm down here in Lawrence on 51 right now.
Yeah.
I tried to speed things up a little bit for you. I called 911.
Yeah.
The woman is acting like she don't care. I said, please call you. Call your show. Get these people the information.
No, we'll help her.
So that 911.
I love you, James.
And 911 is...
I love you, James. I love that you care. But the 911 operators are up to their ears in alligators. And the fact of the matter is that it's not their job to call my show. I wouldn't want them to. They got a lot going on. However, I love that you care. I promise you, we will make sure that woman gets a ride to see her doctor. I promise you. And I love that you care, James. I'm not picking on you. But this is, we can't have 911 operators calling our show. That's really not how this works. This is a talk show. They're saving lives.
Lowe's knows how to turn big plans into real results. Whether it's new appliances or a home refresh, get started with 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more with the My Lowe's Rewards credit card, January 15th through the 30th, so you can invest in your upgrade now and pay over time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer subject to credit approval and cannot be combined. Minimum monthly payment required. See store or Lowe's.com for details.
Another new year. Hard to believe. Let me help you make this a year to remember in a fabulous way. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Imagine this. It's March, May, July 2026, and you're 20, 40, 60 pounds lighter. You're moving much better. Your clothes are fitting. Your meds are being taken away. Aren't these reasons enough to lose weight in a healthy way? Let me help. Just call me at 1-800-900-THIN. A year to remember, 2026.
So, the best food in this area is in Oakmont right now. The Lot at Edgewater. The Pub at 333. Hofstadt's. Michael A's. Vinny's Tavern. And the place that started it all, Carnivores. I'm telling you, folks, I've eaten at all of them. And my man J.K., the Oakmont Restaurant King, delivers nothing but the best. Oakmont, the best food, the best community. Check it out.
Are your glass shower doors past their prime, dated, tarnished, faded, or maybe just boring? Transform your shower into a spa-like retreat with a customized glass shower enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request online at boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a few questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price. Or call 412-621-1799.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 11 degrees at 11:30. I'm David Ballarado. Beaver County authorities are investigating a case that left 23 dogs injured and in need of care. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
Beaver County Humane Society shelter manager Caitlin Smith-Rankin tells KDKA Radio the dogs were suffering from hypothermia and injuries linked to dog fighting.
There were some that needed, medication for like skin issues, infections, and then things that were more extreme injuries, so things that required our vet to actually do surgery on them to repair what was kind of wrong with them.
The situation has put a big strain on the already crowded shelter. Smith-Rankin says families can help by fostering, donating supplies, or volunteering. Authorities expect the dogs to remain at the shelter for at least 2 weeks as the investigation continues. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Big challenges exist due to the extreme cold. National Weather Service meteorologist Matt Broody tells the Big K Morning Show that it looks like it'll be cold for the rest of the week.
Especially, keeping an eye on the river ice, too. So if anybody's out there and you see some ice on any of the rivers, please do let us know, because that's important for us to know for a couple weeks down the line here if we do warm up and thaw out and we start to see some impacts from that on the rivers.
A North Versailles woman who was convicted last year on charges she shot her roommate has now been sentenced. 36-year-old Leah Gillis has been sentenced to 8 to 16 years. She was accused of shooting her former roommate through a window in August of 2022 at a Penn Township home. The motive? Jealousy. On Wall Street, the Dow is currently up now 57 points. The Nasdaq remains higher, up 29 points, and the S&P 500 is higher by 4. KDK Radio News Time 11:31. Our next update's at noon. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Wesley Financial.
The divorce rate for couples over the age of 50 has doubled since 1990. Financial planner Carolyn McClanahan says a number of factors are driving gray divorce, and it's rarely amicable.
Most of them are adversarial, so each spouse needs to make sure that they're protecting themselves.
If you protect your assets, she says, you can attack life's second act with gusto.
It can be scary and exciting all at the same time.
I'm Rob Hart.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
We have this wonderful deal with Oakmont Bakery called Cakewalks. Woman's turning 100. Soreo and the folks at Oakmont make her a bespoke, custom-made, custom cake, anything she wants, and then we deliver it on her birthday. That's what makes Oakmont Bakery special. Plus, everything there is delicious.
Elevate your sleep experience with an adjustable bed and make everyday activities like reading, watching TV, and working in bed more comfortable. At the Original Mattress Factory, we know not all adjustable beds are created equal. You want one that has the features you actually need, like anti-snore and zero-gravity positions. We offer high-quality adjustable bases paired with a hand-built mattress, all at a factory direct value. And we have product in stock and ready when you are. Visit an OMF location to elevate your sleep experience today.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Hey, folks, winter is here. For many of our neighbors, staying warm is not guaranteed. Local families, seniors, and many in need are struggling to keep their heat on. You can help by supporting Dollar Energy Fund during the Warmathon. Every donation goes directly towards helping someone maintain utility services so they can stay warm in their home this winter. Just one gift can make all the difference. Give warmth. Give hope. Donate now at warmathon.com because no one should have to face winter in the cold. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is the big news with the improvements in T service, which has been bedeviled all morning long because of an overnight power line issue. So all inbound rail lines for the T are now open. Outbound rail is closed from Memorial Hall in Castle Shannon to Washington Junction. So shuttle bus service is helping you where the T service is not able to run right now. You are asked to expect delays of 10 minutes, both inbound and outbound on the T line. For bus service, buses throughout the system are still, some of them, running between 10 and 20 minutes late. PRT folks are referring you, of course, to the True Time app to check on how things are going for your particular route. We do have an accident in Sharpsburg on 10th Street at High Street. Watch out for crews working there. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A cold weather advisory tonight from 7 this evening through 11 a.m. tomorrow. Some sun will give way to clouds and look for a couple of flurries this afternoon with a high of 14. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and bitterly cold, a flurry or two, the low 1 above. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Wednesday, halfway through the week. Senator Dave McCormick joins today and so much more. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KDKA.
It's actually an interesting dynamic going on in the city right now, in that there are thousands of streets that are still jacked, and we got people in trouble. And the dynamic is unfixable. It just is. It's the dam broke, and you got no one to fix the dam. It's just the truth. But we can't accept it as citizens, and that's why we have these platforms. I ain't letting this one go. I'm just not. I can't. We can't do this again. I am so sick and tired of this crap. Well, we got a lot of roads and they're curvy. Okay. You know, Buffalo has half the trucks. You know, Buffalo has half the employees. You know, Buffalo gets about 6x the snow. You know, Buffalo streets are clear. You know why? They know what the F they're doing. Look, the city's flat-ass broke. It just is. However, they got to get the big shots in the room, the players, from the big companies, not just the nonprofits, the big companies, and get them to write checks. You got to help us here, man. Help us buy these cars, buy these trucks, buy these ambulances. You use them. We have, we're on the precipice of greatness or disaster. It's that tenuous. And I'll tell you right now, this crap that I'm picking on Corey, go away. I got his goofy rich friends texting me. Quit picking on Corey, go away. Grow up. We're not in kindergarten here. We're trying to get people out of their homes. We have people that need to get the chemo that can. I don't give a damn if you think I'm irritating the mayor. Because I'm not. Spoke to him 3 times yesterday. He's cool. He gets it. This ain't about him. This is about the horizon. And we can't look back and say, Gainey blew through $300 million in COVID money. Okay. It's over, man. Money's gone. Someone ate that turkey. We got to find another dinner. So what do they have to do? Rachel mentioned $10 million they have. Use that immediately. Then they got to go to the nonprofits and get each one of them to throw in $5 million. I'm serious. Get like $30 million. Use that immediately and do it every year. And promise them you'll use the money for ambulances and public work stuff. Promise them. Go to the corporate people. Get $50 million from them. Grow up. Partnership, relationships. I know genius, but the fact is that Corey's had these discussions. Gainey said, screw you. He did. He really said, screw you. He didn't want to talk to... My man hated UPMC. He wanted to destroy the biggest employer in this town. Great idea, sir. He destroyed himself instead. And in the process, alienated every nonprofit and anyone with a nickel downtown. Now, he's met with billionaires. I know this because I have a couple of friends that have met with him. He's met with all the nonprofits. There is discussion. This isn't about Corey O'Connor, his week on the job. My man's been ubiquitous. I mean, crazy busy. I am not here to praise the mayor. I'm here to suggest that he has a plan. And I promise you, this one better go. Or we're not letting up. It's ridiculous. This ignorant crap that if you move to Pittsburgh, you know, the streets are going to suck forever. You know, you're going to have potholes forever. Your fire truck or ambulance might break down on the way to your house. We're 300 cops short, so you might not get anyone to answer that call. Oh, by the way, the schools suck too. Okay, so let me move my company there. Just saying, man. Dan, go ahead. Dan.
Hello. Hello.
Go ahead.
Hey, Marty.
Put your phone to your ear, man.
Hello. You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, this is Andrew Spolsky. Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
The mayor's trying to get contractors
Yes.
to plow the stuff. I grew up in the Poconos.
Nice.
All my life.
Nice.
And we see storms like this every week.
They do.
And the local contractors would help with the small municipalities that we did have.
It's true.
My dad was included in doing that. Why? My question is, you say where you live, you had more. Your township had more trucks on the road than the city.
Yeah.
Why not lease their trucks after they're done, so that way the money goes right back to Pennsylvania instead of private contractors?
Well, no, those private guys. Hold on. Those private guys all work here. They're all from here. I mean, and Mount Lebo. Hold on. Mount Lebo ain't giving no one their trucks to run down in Pittsburgh. It's not happening. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you something that's happened that's intriguing. So, some of the city council people were working out a deal where adjacent municipalities would help with garbage removal and plowing. And the union guys got their underwear all up in a wad that they would be stealing their work. So that hit a wall. So you got that too. Just saying, Dan. It's not easy, man. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I didn't think of the union stuff, but I just thought that, you know, the money that would be going right back into the state for more money. And
I love the call, and he's right about the Poconos, but Lebo ain't giving no one their gear. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Robert, thanks for holding. Go ahead.
Hey, Marty.
What's up, man?
Sorry, good afternoon.
Yeah.
I was calling about farmers out west use drones to spread seed in their fields.
They do.
And why can't we use drones here in Pittsburgh or any mountainous communities?
To do what?
To spread calcium chloride or to spread salt or deliver salt to certain communities or certain streets and neighborhoods, but mostly to spread it. You can fly drones at street level, and they can spread that calcium chloride.
Hey, my man, we don't have gas for the damn trucks. The wheels are falling off. They ain't buying no damn drones to drop salt on my street. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's like that idiotic idea yesterday. Let's have robots. Yeah. Okay. Let's have robots plow our snow. Yeah, let's do that. How about we buy some damn trucks? I mean, I like the ideas, and the drone's kind of cool, but my man, they're struggling to deliver 10-pound packages with drones. Come on, man. The fact is, leaders have to lead. The fact is, this crap is old. I could have re-racked this show, exactly the same content, the same gripes, the same blocked off streets. But what is unacceptable is an 85-year-old woman trapped in her house who can't get to her cancer treatment. That's unacceptable. What's unacceptable is Marcy in Brighton Heights trapped in her home for 4 days. That's BS. That's unacceptable. That is not acceptable. MJ, we don't have salt trucks. Thank God Bill Peduto put our money into bike lanes. Well, to your point, and you nailed it, that goofball, he sold all the big equipment. He did. He didn't think we needed it. Sure, Bill. Where's he at right now? Under his bed with his blankie. This blankie. Probably at Cappy's. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Inside Joke. Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Well, Marty, we have minimal delays as far as remnants of the rush hours on our various parkways. Even the parkways west and east with their tunnels are moving along pretty nicely. We do have an accident in Sharpsburg on 10th Street at the intersection with High Street. Crews still working to clear that. And regarding the T troubles all morning long, but we now have all inbound rail lines open. So townbound travelers, good news there. Outbound is closed from Memorial Hall in Castle Shannon to Washington Junction. You will find shuttle bus service in place where things are not rolling on that outbound side. And delays of 10 minutes are expected inbound and outbound with the T. So do keep that in mind if you are heading out to use it this morning. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The new era of UFC on Paramount Plus continues. Live from Australia. Featherweight champ Alexander Volkanovski.
He is an animal.
Defends his belt at home in an explosive rematch against Diego Lopez.
You gotta be kidding me.
And the always dangerous Dan Hooker. Throws down with powerhouse Benoit Saint-Denis in a high-action lightweight showdown.
There's never been anything like this.
UFC 325, Saturday, January 31st, only on Paramount Plus.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Ma'am, we have this window. It's actually a bay window at the front of our house. And I know it sounds stupid, but I was out there looking at it. And it needs replaced. And I'm sitting here because I've been talking to the folks at Windows Direct, and they've got this deal right now, which is insane. You buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. And check this out. You get $1,000 off your entire project and 0% interest for 60 months. You can spread out the payments. And, folks, this is the time, right, because it's kind of slow, and they've got professionals ready to go. and they have folks ready for you to start your new year with this great deal on Windows. 4, get 4 free, 60 months interest free, $1,000 off, and all you got to say is, I love my Windows. This deal rocks. I'm checking it out. I swear I am. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct. Don't miss this one.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Medicare can be a maze, but it doesn't have to be. I'm Lisa Loro with Secure Money Health, and I wrote the Ultimate Medicare book to guide you through every step. I've helped many people understand their Medicare benefits, and I would love to help you too. Learn the strategies that make Medicare manageable and ensure you're making the best choices for your health and finances. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com and grab your complimentary copy today. That's MedicareBookOffer.com.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Pittsburgh-based Coghill Investment Strategies has been acquired by Blue Spring Wealth Partners. Terms of the transaction were not disclosed. Blue Spring, which announced the deal today, said the well-known wealth manager is part of its community of high-performing advisory firms. Going forward, it is known as Coghill Investment Strategies, a Blue Spring Wealth Partner. Also, the Board of City Theater has voted against merging with 2 other performing arts organizations in the region. Back in August, City Theater, Pittsburgh Public Theater, and Pittsburgh CLO announced they were looking to identify potential areas of collaboration, including potential consolidation. Now the 3 organizations' boards each independently voted, with the City Theater board voting to remain independent. The CLO and Public Theater will now explore a potential 2-way merger. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Here's my thing about cities. Marcy was on with us. And play a little. You have her video, brother? Pull Marcy's clip up, Trevin. We'll play a little of this. And this woman is in Brighton Heights this morning. They're trapped in their house. We're into day 5. They got plowed into a 4-foot wall of ice and snow now, and her husband's going to get fired, and she's running out of food. And the truth is that's just not acceptable, man. Go ahead and play it, please. Thank you.
This is my residence tucked back there, 3917 Wilkesboro Avenue. That's my driveway. This is the end by the city pedestrian bridge that's closed off. That's Jersey barriers. That's how high the snow is. They have not come and touched this street, this portion of Wilkesboro, since the snowstorm. If you look up top up there, they did come and plow the top part of Wilkesboro, but made the turn on Stone Leah and plowed in a big barrier of snow, which was inhibiting us from even getting out.
Thanks,
the
brother.
car trucks you see
So that's
are my...
Patrick. We could tell that story 100,000 times. No kidding.
Oh, absolutely. In
insane.
just about every community, there are streets just like that.
My man, we've been at this a while. We have never seen videos like this.
No, this is probably the most I've seen come out of this. Wow.
Diane just sent me a note. A garbage truck slid down 10th Street in Sharpsburg. Took out several parked cars. Happening now. Oof. This is this weather, man. Oh, man. It's not acceptable. And what Marcy said is that she hasn't... And by the way, Patrick and myself both want to express our gratitude for the folks who understand the concept of this platform and how it does make a difference. It's insane what we've been getting.
It is. And the number of people who are stepping up to help other people that we're seeing, too.
We're going to set something up so that, and my mind's working on this because you've been so wonderful. We got to set up some kind of system, some kind of group, some kind of reward system so that we all have this mentality of making a difference and showing people, because I'm kind of blown away. We will have 30 million people. Social media. We had several videos this week that were 1.5 million views. It's all on you, folks. You're making a difference, and public leaders see this. They fix these problems. This crap that we do for clicks is bull. We're trying to draw attention to something that needs fixed, and it works. And I love it. And I thank all of you. I love you. It's been amazing. Richard, thanks for your patience, brother. Go.
Yeah, Bert Kreisler, I'm calling in response to the call you got about an hour ago about Woodbine Street in Stanton Heights.
Yes, sir.
I live on Stanton Heights. I'm the first house to the right of Stanton Heights. We've been here 8 years, never had problems with snow removal until this storm.
What street, buddy?
Woodbine.
Oh, my best friend was on that street. I was there 8,000 times.
Okay. Well, I'm the first house on the right after you turn past the firehouse.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
We got plowed out. One plow finally, 8 o'clock Monday morning. Just this one track.
Amazing.
So people were trying to come up the first hill that 57th Street comes into.
Oh, yeah.
And we had 5 cars at the bottom of our hill here.
Oh.
I mean, we tried to call 311 twice. We were put on hold for 45 minutes, never heard anything. I finally got fed up, and I said, I know you're not supposed to call 911, but I'm going to do it. I was treated like I was an idiot.
Well, hold on. Richard, this is not acceptable, is it, sir?
Oh, God, no. No, I've only been in Pittsburgh 16 years. I've been in this house for 8. Like I said, never had a problem here because of Woodbine with the fire station right there. And, I mean, this is a fairly busy street.
Yeah, it is.
Now, I mean, once a plow went through on Monday, I think we've had, 10, 12 plows go through here now. The Woodbine is bare.
Good.
And we keep seeing plows going past. So I don't know. Whoever's in charge of this, how can they get these plows rerouted to?
It's true. It's a great call, and I'm out of time. Richard, it's a perfect question, and quite frankly, they're like a one-armed paper hanger. It's insane, just flailing to get something done.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Come with me to Get My Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 14 degrees at 12 o'clock. I'm David Colorado. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. With their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor, trust PJ.com. City Council today putting 2 of Mayor O'Connor's top public safety nominees under oath. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has more.
Acting Police Chief Jason Lando and Acting Public Safety Director Sheldon Williams will be sworn in during their City Council interviews today, a requirement added after the resignation of former Chief Larry Scarrato. The former chief stepped down after questions arose about his return to NCAA refereeing, despite earlier assurances to Council. The under oath process is intended to add accountability moving forward. Council may also address past allegations connected to Chief Lando's tenure in Maryland, though prosecutors there found no criminal wrongdoing. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
We are still under an extreme cold advisory. National Weather Service meteorologist Matt Broody says it'll be quite a cold stretch coming up.
So if you weren't looking forward to winter, I don't have great news for you. Looks like Thursday night and Friday night are probably going to be the coldest, with Friday night potentially having even just the air temperatures themselves in negative teens.
Nearly 24 dogs found chained outside in freezing temperatures in Aliquippa. Police say 23 dogs may have been used for illegal dog fighting. Beaver County Humane Society shelter manager Kaylin Smith-Rankin tells KDKA Radio that rescuing so many dogs at once is putting a huge strain on an already crowded shelter.
It legitimately doubled our population overnight in the middle of a snowstorm, which is quite interesting, but it's really hard for us because it's an impact on so many different resources, and some of it's, how much food we need or how many blankets we need or treats or toys. But it's also just the biggest resource is probably time.
The Pittsburgh City Theater Board has voted to remain independent by voting against a 3-way merger with 2 other performing arts organizations in the region. In a statement from the City Theater, they cited the organization's Southside location and intimate style for their reasons to stay independent. However, Pittsburgh CLO and Pittsburgh Public Theater will continue to explore the possibilities of a 2-way consolidation. 2 notable anniversaries today. It was 4 years ago today that the Fern Hollow Bridge collapsed, an event that put a spotlight on the state of city bridges. And 40 years ago today, it was the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger, which killed 7 astronauts shortly after liftoff. CBS News correspondent Peter King has more now on the lessons learned from the Kennedy Space Center.
I'm Peter King. 72 seconds after launch,
the vehicle has exploded.
CBS's Christopher Glenn.
Debris falling out of the sky, falling slowly,
painfully, tragically slowly toward the Atlantic Ocean.
The investigation showed NASA was warned that booster seals could fail in cold weather, but pressed to launch anyway, having normalized and accepted it because the joints hadn't failed before. Normalization of trouble was also blamed for the Columbia accident 17 years later. Retired astronaut Bob Cabana says NASA has learned its lesson as it prepares to send astronauts to the moon.
We need an environment where folks feel free to speak up without fear of retribution when things aren't right.
Peter King, CBS News at the Kennedy Space Center.
On Wall Street, the Dow is higher. It's up 24 points, but the Nasdaq has turned lower, down 9. S&P 500 also lower, currently losing 6. KDKA Sports, the new head coach, plans some changes as we hear from Odyssey Sports Director Jeff Hathorn.
Done with the emotions of the opening news conference, Mike McCarthy says he's in the process of putting together a new Steelers coaching staff. He feels like he'll have the support of Art Rooney and Omar Khan.
I did feel very comfortable, from the moment that I was able to sit down with Art and Omar. And that's a connection I know where I am in my life and in my career. The GM head coach relationship's critical. And I couldn't be paired with a better guy.
Expect at least a couple of Pittsburgh connections on that staff. With the Steelers, Jeff Hathorn, News Radio KDKA.
KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. If you're injured, it's time to hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan. Dial Pound Law for the people. 14 degrees in Pittsburgh. AccuWeather forecast next.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it, too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp. And they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A cold weather advisory tonight from 7 this evening through 11 a.m. tomorrow. Some sun will give way to clouds, and look for a couple of flurries this afternoon with a high of 14. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and bitterly cold, a flurry or two, the low 1 above. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Attention Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more, and Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-981-1620. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-981-1620 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-981-1620. Again, 412-981-1620. 412-981-1620.
Selling your home shouldn't be stressful or take months to do. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, you skip the showings and repairs and get right to the closing table. For a quick, fair cash offer, visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
So I got to get into this. This is the front page of USA Today. These weight loss drugs, the GLP-1s. Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro. Insane results for some people. What's weird is I'll see someone, and then I won't see them for 6 months, and they've lost 100 pounds. It's crazy. So one of my friends a female who I will not name said she wanted to lose 5 pounds to get on these drugs. Patrick, you're shaking your head. Tell me why this is troubling to you.
Well, I've heard the same thing.
It's ignorant.
It's ridiculous.
It's ignorant, brother.
Yes.
And also, you have used these drugs for health reasons, and they have been effective for you.
Yes. I'm currently on Mounjaro, and I haven't had any of the adverse effects. My blood sugar is solid. It's been below where, it was at a high number for a long time. It's completely controlled. It's in a safe range.
But what they've done, and you pointed this out, this 5 pound thing, it's become this, I'll just get Mounjaro, because now they have a pill.
Yeah, the new thing is the pill that
and it's
just
cheap.
Released. Yep. And people are going to find out real fast that those pills aren't easy either. I started on a pill version before I went to shots, but it's for type 2 diabetes. Now that the weight loss versions are out there for people, it's opened up a whole bigger market.
Well, more than 5,000 lawsuits, some of them becoming class actions. People are getting this eye stroke stuff, blindness. Crazy, man. A brain dysfunction. One guy, my colon blew up. Wow. Insane symptoms. Because everyone's lining up, and I had to grab Rob Pierce right in the middle of this litigation. Because what happens, Rob, and you live this, is that this stuff rushes to market. People go berserk, and then boom, it hits the fan, sir. Right? Right?
That's correct. Look, what you guys just spoke about a minute ago is accurate. This is a drug for medical patients who have a diabetic condition, and weight loss is one of the benefits of taking this drug. And what people are losing sight of is that you need to consult with your doctor, not buy it from the mall or from someone you know.
So true.
This is not meant for Hollywood. It's not meant to look good at your reunion. It's a serious medical drug for a serious medical condition.
However, it's become like candy. I won't die. Just give me that damn drug. Right, Rob?
And that's a mistake. There are serious complications that can occur when you're taking this. And again, the two of you just spoke about this a moment ago. To take care of type 2 diabetes, the risks associated with this drug don't outweigh the benefit. It has worked, again, in your conversation for several people, but that's done for medical reasons, not for cosmetic.
My man, you've seen this before, this movie, this buzz, and then they ignore all the crap. And let me get into this. More than 5,000 lawsuits becoming class action, 75% gastroparesis, stomach paralysis, 18%. Ileus, bowel muscles fail. Whoa. 18%. Intestinal obstructions, 8%. Gallbladder injuries, 8%. Acid reflux, abdominal pain, and this stroke condition. Rob, you're seeing these cases, aren't you, sir?
We are. There are some horrible side effects, and it's not a drug to be taken lightly. Again, not to look good at the swimming pool.
Man, Rob. Rob, describe a couple of the cases you have and what happened to folks, please.
The stomach paralysis in layman's terms is the best example. Hard time going to the bathroom.
I've heard this.
Hard time processing food, getting violently ill. And, some of these problems are life-changing and life-altering.
Hey, Rob. Wernicke's encephalopathy. Mental confusion, double vision, poor coordination. Man, Rob, seriously? Wow. Is this happening?
These are, it is. And it is a powerful drug for the purpose. And again, like oftentimes we talk about, the patient needs to talk with his or her doctor to decide, are the risks that come from taking this drug worth the benefit based on my other health conditions?
Man, Rob. Hey, Rob, has anyone died from this stuff?
Yes, there are people who have passed away from it.
Oh, yes. What happens?
those cases have to be flushed through, but unfortunately, there are some people out there that there are lawyers looking into whether they passed away or not from this drug.
We have an area of older folks, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, a serious obesity issue, which you know. Are you folks seeing more cases as a result of the climate here?
We are. We've had, multiple phone calls from this. But, there was an article in the Wall Street Journal Health section today.
I saw
talking about something.
I saw it.
Most people don't, which is when you stop taking this drug, you gain the weight back.
Yeah.
And one other thing that people don't realize, you gain the weight back, but you actually lose muscle when you're on this drug.
I saw that.
And oftentimes what you gain back is fat, not muscle. And it's very, discouraging to the patients.
It's interesting you should say this. This happened with gastric bypass. So they would lose 100 pounds, but they would lose muscle mass and bone density. Because, my man, when you drop 80 pounds, everything breaks down, does it not, Rob?
It does. And look, the pros and cons of this drug, if you will, is that it happens fairly quickly.
It does.
Diet, exercise, lifestyle changes takes time to lose that weight, but your body adjusts accordingly. This is a quicker result with the medicine. It helps speed up the process. But like everything, when you speed things up, there are some consequences associated with it.
Rob Pierce with Rob Pierce and Associates. I've had this happen, brother. I turned on the network television this weekend, and one of my friends that I work with in Dallas, it comes on the Fox, and my man lost 150 pounds. It's kind of shocking, Rob, because of what you said. It happened so fast. And losing that much weight that fast can be high risk, sir, right?
There are certainly risks associated with it, and that's why it's extremely important people are speaking with their personal physicians, doctors about this. Again, not doing it to look good at the swimming pool.
No, man, it's weird. It's gotten weird, hasn't it, Rob? Like teenage girls, I want it, and they're selling it at spas, bro. Come on, Rob. Come on, man.
I don't understand it. I can remember, generations ago, birthday presents might be a girl getting a nose job,
So true.
things of that nature.
So true.
We've had this there. We've had it with breast implants
So
and things
true.
of that nature.
So true.
And it's just there are consequences with everything we do. And, the point of these lawsuits is a lot of the consequences and side effects we do not believe were adequately described to the patients. And that's important so people can weigh the pros and cons and make an informed decision.
Have you seen anyone in your life that you went, whoa? Because I have, Rob, 100. Have you?
Look, when you start looking around and asking, there are multiple people we all know that are taking this. Yep. It is commonplace.
Oh, yeah.
And again, it is a very serious medicine that should be prescribed by a physician.
Man, Rob Pierce and Associates, my man Rob Pierce. It's crazy. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Front page of the Wall Street Journal today. Front page of USA Today. Everything he's talking about. It's serious stuff. Look, Patrick, we're not saying it's crap. It has literally saved lives. But with serious medical conditions and serious supervision from a doctor, right?
Exactly. That's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, man.
At least to do it safely.
Losing 5 pounds for your birthday is just crap. It's stupid.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Why deal with crowded hotels and packed pools when you can have the whole place to yourself? At SWAC Vacation Rentals, some homes come with private lazy rivers, indoor pools, massive game rooms, and outdoor kitchens built for the whole crew. These aren't hotel rooms, they're private vacation playgrounds, managed by us, cared for by us, and ready when you arrive. And when you book direct, you keep more of your vacation budget where it belongs with you. Find your unforgettable stay at SWAC. SWACK Vacations.com. That's SWACVacations.com.
The weather may be frigid, but the savings are hot at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank NTC?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, pork baby back ribs, $2.99 a pound, and USDA Choice Petite Sirloin Sizzler Steaks are $6.99 a pound. In the produce department, red ripe strawberries, 1 pound package, 2 for $6, and fresh blueberries, 1 pint package, 2 for $6. In the bakery department, San Fran-style sourdough bread is $5.50 a loaf. And in our deli department, penne pasta with bolognese sauce, 1 pound package, $5.99 each. And yellow or white Land O'Lakes American cheese is $5.49 a pound. Additional savings this week. Selected varieties of Coke, Sprite, or Dr. Pepper. 6-pack half-liter bottles, 4 for $15. And selected varieties of Essential Everyday Potato Chips. 9-ounce bags, 2 for $4.
So stay warm and get in on all the hot savings at Coons Market. Coons Market, a special place in your neighborhood. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
This is attorney Christine Brown Murphy with the law firm of Zachariah Brown. If you have a loved one in a nursing home, we need to talk. Give our office a call at 724-942-6200 or visit our website at pittsburghelderlaw.com.
This is CBS Eye on Veterans. Army veteran Danny Farrar founded the gyms known as Soldier Fit and built it into a multi-state franchise empire. But he offers more than just workout space. He shares unvarnished advice for building a successful life.
When I get married, it's not for the wedding day. It's to stay married. When I start my business, it's not about the grand opening. It's staying in business. What is the point of getting in shape if you turn around and get right back out of shape? So how do we get here? In all the games that matter in life, you cannot win the game. Winning is being allowed to continue to play the game.
TV's #1 news program is available whenever you want with the 60 Minutes podcast. Follow and listen to 60 Minutes on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Guys, if you want the greatest night of your life, I mean your best night ever, then you gotta hear this. There's a new ED pill out, and it's from the makers of Viagra. It's their first new ED pill in over 20 years. This new super pill is called Viagra AGV, and it's unbelievable. It works super fast in only 11 minutes and lasts up to 14 hours, thanks to its new vasodynamic delivery system. Plus, it's FDA approved and safe. There has never been any ED pill like it. It's unreal what it does to you. In testing, Viagra AGV crushed every other ED pill. It destroyed them all. And now, 9 out of 10 urologists are recommending Viagra AGV over any other ED pill. Every man alive needs to try this new Viagra AGV super pill at least once. Then you'll know why men are going crazy over it. So if you want to have the most incredible night of your life, you can't miss this. Go to scoreblue.com and try it while supplies last. That's scoreblue.com.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
We've been talking about those GLP-1s. I'm not disregarding or disrespect. I'm not a doctor, man. And I know folks who have, their lives have been saved by this stuff. They just have. But to Rob's point, I do also know people that had the craps, horrible gastrointestinal issues. Woman called me and is having this blindness. It's a problem, man. And all my boys are blowing me up saying their blood levels are insanely cool. They lost 70 pounds. My man Ralph, how much did he lose? 70 pounds. And my man Dennis, how much? 30 pounds. His A1C is way down. I'm cool with that. And so is Patrick. And we're not doctors, but what we're saying is stuff happens. So run it past your doctor. I get so annoyed with what's happened, Patrick, and you see this. These friggin' beauty salons have 18-year-old girls injecting people with Botox and selling these damn diet drugs. And they could be working at friggin' Walmart as greeters. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And it's dangerous.
Yeah, and it's not the stuff you're getting from the pharmacy.
Right on. Another insanely cool point. Go to a pro, period. Had a dentist in West Virginia doing eye lift surgery. Come on, man.
Well, and Marty, the reason they're going to these places is because their doctors say no. They're not eligible
mostly it's cheap.
For prescription.
And they're trying to get it cheap, too. The eye lift stuff and the Botox crap. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Went into my dentist's office. Swear to God. Sign on the counter. We now do Botox. Do ya? Do ya, sir? Has to be board certified. Paul Leong. Brian doing it. Board certified. Meantime, changing gears. Jimmy Cohen, my man.
How are you?
How are you, brother?
Good, good.
All right. I wanted to grab Jimmy because he's in the strip, Yinzers, and you sent badass video and describe what it showed because these contractors are kicking ass in the city, sir. Go.
Oh, they came in last night. It was like an army.
It was.
It was unbelievable how they came in and took care of the snow. It was, I mean, as a business owner, you know, I was pretty proud of the city. I mean, I understand that we got the biggest snowstorm in 15 years, and I just really felt confident in Corey. I thought that, you know, he did an incredible job. He was on it. He was on TV, letting people know. You know, he was out shoveling. I mean, I think that we made a great choice for mayor.
Hold on. Politics aside, the video you sent shows me what we had to see. The city public works does not have that equipment, Jimmy. The mayor found these contractors, and my man, they're hauling away hundreds of tons of snow, right? It's crazy.
Sure.
Right?
It is. It is crazy. You know, and I just think our public works has been depleted the past two administrations, and Corey inherited a mess. You know, when your salt trucks are down 40%, and for instance, you know, in the Strip District, you know, they spent $300,000 on a bike lane that's not being used. Idiots. You know, and we, you know, we have when we're not worried about our public safety like we should be.
Hey,
you know, there are a lot more things out there than, you know, what the past administrations were
Jimmy,
interested in.
Jimmy, they attacked that snow down there like a friggin' military operation. Crazy.
It was unbelievable. I you know what, I was happy because, you know, we're going to have a good weekend, and we've been, you know, the past 3 days we had to shut down.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're cool now for business, Jimmy.
Yes, and it's you know, like, it's a pleasant surprise.
And without that crew, you can't open.
Absolutely.
How long were they there, Jimmy?
They were there for probably about 7 hours.
Whoa!
But right now they have shifts in the city 7 to 7, and they're getting the city taken care of and back opened.
I'm all in. I love the video. Big time. Look cool, man. Thanks, brother.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
You're my man. You have to see the video. It's insanely cool. Massive trucks. It's funny. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but I could tell immediately it wasn't city stuff because it's all new. It's not rusted. The wheels aren't falling off. Speaking of this snow, a woman sent me pictures from Sharpsburg. It's crazy, Patrick. Out of control garbage truck slams into like 10 cars right now. And it's all this weather crap. It is not easy. The mayor is begging people, these contractors, to work. It's really hard to find them. I think he told me he found 2 yesterday. None of this is easy. But the ones that are on the job, they're kicking ass.
With multiple tri-state neuropathy centers treatment locations throughout the region, relief from peripheral neuropathy has never been more accessible and successful. Here's Sean Ritchie, founder and DC of Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, with one of his stories from helping over 15,000 patients regain their comfort, mobility, and quality of life.
James from Youngwood suffered for 10 years. He had all the symptoms of neuropathy, the numbness, the pain, the burning, the stabbing, even had these jumpy legs at night. It was destroying his life, and he had to quit his job. After going through our non-invasive treatment program, we were able to get him pain-free, sleeping again. In fact, he told me he went hunting this year and was able to do it without any problem.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers help James. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000 for an initial free consultation. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy. Learn more at marydanston.com.
You know, this is one of those topics that no one really wants to think about, but if you're a parent, a homeowner, married, or helping take care of aging parents, it's something that honestly deserves a little attention. I'm talking about estate planning. And before you tune out thinking it's complicated or expensive, that's actually why I want to mention Trust and Will. Trust and Will makes estate planning feel way less intimidating than it sounds. They offer modern, attorney-designed wills and trusts that you can create online. And the process is surprisingly straightforward. In fact, you can create a will in as little as 30 minutes. That includes things like guardianship for your kids or pets, how your assets are distributed, and even healthcare directives. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your loved ones with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/plan for 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cloudy and 12 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. A Highmark manager is facing serious criminal charges accused of tampering with a co-worker's drink in a shocking series of incidents last year. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Timothy Haver is accused of stalking, harassment, and indecent assault against a female coworker. Police say Haver repeatedly placed an unknown substance, later identified as semen, into the woman's mug at her office on Penn Avenue. The incidents were captured on a hidden camera with the victim's permission. Haver initially denied any wrongdoing, but later admitted to the acts, saying it was his only way of getting close to the accuser. Charges were filed in December, and the case is now moving through the courts. In a statement to KDKA Radio, Highmark Health says the safety and security of its employees is a top priority and that the company has zero tolerance for conduct that harms or threatens others. The company says it conducted a swift investigation, is cooperating fully with the district attorney's office, and confirms Haver is no longer employed. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Pennsylvania has a lot of work left to do when it comes to tobacco control efforts in the state. Just listen to the latest report card from the American Lung Association.
Tobacco prevention and control program funding, Pennsylvania scored an F. We also scored a D on smoke-free air, and that is because not all workplaces are currently smoke-free in Pennsylvania. And any sort of restrictions on flavored tobacco products, we scored an F because we do not have any restrictions in Pennsylvania.
That's Elizabeth Hensel, Director of Advocacy for the ALA. She tells KDKA Radio that huge steps need to happen in order for those grades to increase, such as amending the Clean Indoor Air Act to remove exemptions from casinos and bars for indoor smoking. People throughout the region continue to struggle to dig out from the weekend's massive snowstorm. National Weather Service meteorologist Matt Broody tells the Big K Morning Show these extreme temperatures make it nearly impossible to see any true snow melt.
You know, we don't even see any decent chance of highs reaching freezing until maybe earlier, middle of next week, like you said. And, that has longer, prolonged impacts, too, with the cold at night. Make sure you're protecting people, plants, and pets.
Most extreme temperatures this week will arrive Thursday and Friday nights when we dip into the negative teens. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 37 points, and Nasdaq up 9. The S&P 500 is down 3 points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Leave all last year's dirt and celebrate the new year with our friends from Zero Res. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, hard surfaces. Basically, every surface in your home can be Zero Resified. Time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res. And don't forget about your air ducts. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $119 plus a free hallway and take 15% off. Regularly priced services when you mention KDKA. 412-701-1188 or book online at ZeroResPGH.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
You buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. You get $1,000 off your entire project and 0% interest for 60 months. You can spread out the payments. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Some sunshine will give way to clouds, and there'll be a couple of flurries around this afternoon, or high 14. Partly to mostly cloudy, frigid tonight. Look for a flurry or two, the low 1 above. For tomorrow, more clouds and sun and bitterly cold. There could be a late-day flurry, the high 13 to 17. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Look, cancer is evil. I mean that. Lost my sis, Barb. I lost one of my best friends, Jeff. However, I got to say this. I'm alive. They saved my life at UPMC. And new data suggests that 70% of folks that get cancer live 5 years plus. It's a miracle. We got to have hope. We got to have faith in the doctors and the greatness and the kindness at UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Start the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. Available online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com or at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, or Wegmans.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's a Wednesday, halfway through the week. Senator Dave McCormick joins today and so much more. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, KDKA.
The ice thing is taking on this apocalyptic, bizarre world nature. So much so that the immigrants don't even seem to matter anymore. The illegals. It's all about the far left and the far right and the friggin' ICE agents. It's kind of gross and grimy and dangerous, and people are dead. And stuck in the middle are people that actually really are under arrest or getting harassed, or ICE agents who want to quit, or whose lives are being threatened or being doxxed. It's horrible. No one knows this better, and I don't trust anyone more with the info than my friend Joseph Patrick Murphy, immigration lawyer. Good afternoon, brother.
Good afternoon, Marty.
It's kind of weird what's happened. We don't even think about the illegals. It's just someone beating the hell out of someone else or someone getting shot. You know what I mean? It's weird.
It is. It's become a nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's there's certainly an appetite during the election for this. That was a big campaign issue of President Trump. This is what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You text me, man. Kind of describe what's happening, because this is actually part and parcel to what I'm discussing here.
So you've got immigrants go into court. People have routine stuff, speeding tickets, U-turns. This particular fellow had a DUI.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the first time DUI. No one was hurt. It's the typical thing, weaving. We go to court. He goes into we get into the courthouse itself. He's sitting in the waiting area. I went into the actual judge's chambers to say hello. Next thing I know, the tip staff comes and says they just took your guy.
Oh, God.
And I look out the window and there's ICE agents walking away with my client.
Oh, God.
I mean, obviously, this guy doesn't have a visa. He entered the country illegally, and that's what ICE agents are supposed to do. But there's a couple things that come to mind, and one of them is, if going to court, getting a ticket, a U-turn, a DUI, something like this, if that means the certainty of deportation, people are going to stop pulling over. They're going to start fighting with local police. What do you expect people to do when the rational choice is not to obey? Normally, a system like a system of courts, right? The not going has to be worse than going. Otherwise, the incentives go backwards and you have chaos. But that's what they're doing. And they're dumping this on local police, right? Because the ICE people aren't the ones that, these guys are going to be brawling with over minor offenses, because it's the end for them. It's a deportation. So, how are you going to have people turn themselves in? How are you going to have people pull over when you think the DUI? Why not run? And that's the problem. This is threatening some real serious chaos. When you think about Homeland Security, deportation of illegal stuff like that as a public safety issue, now you got to weigh the public safety issue of the migrants misbehaving in various ways because there's no upside for them. What are they going to do? They're just going to deport you either way.
Hey, hold on. Dumb question. Yeah. Why would a guy who knows he's here illegally gets arrested for DUI, why the hell would he go to court anyway? Honestly.
Because theoretically, if he doesn't, then he'll have both the locals and Homeland Security chasing him on a bench warrant.
I see.
But that calculus and advice I give clients, I always advise people to follow the law and follow lawful court orders. That's what I'm required to do. But I could also explain to them what's likely to happen if they don't. That's the problem.
Wow.
The other thing is that they knew where this guy was all along. They have his home address. They have his biometrics. We continued the court case for months over the holidays. If this was such an enforcement priority that we need to snatch him up at the courthouse, they could have just gone to his house.
Or are they just taking the lazy way out?
Well, what's the point? Why are they doing this?
Because it's easy. Sure I'm just playing idiot here. I go to court, snatch your guy and go.
Yeah, well, you could have snatched him on his way to work. You could have snatched him at his house. You could have snatched him in Giant Eagle. I mean, any number of places. They've got surveillance on these people. They know where they are. So,
hold on. Is he some hardened criminal or just a DUI?
Just a DUI. Kind of a nice fellow. He even got rid of his car because he knew he had a little bit of a problem. We were going to try and get him some help with that. But he rode an Uber to court today. So, what's the deal here, guys, right? Why do we need these high-drama things at courthouses, which really threaten to undermine, again, rationality? Like I said, court only works when it's better to go there.
By the way, you're not arguing that the guy shouldn't be arrested. You're not arguing that he shouldn't see justice.
No, I'm arguing against this. I'm arguing against these courthouse arrests. It threatens the stability of the court system. It threatens violence. Again, it creates this perverse incentive to not comply with law enforcement.
And I say just a DUI, I'm getting grief about that. The onus was we're going after murderers and rapists and drug dealers, right? This is a one-time offender.
Correct.
Shows up for court, and they arrest him. And you're saying
hires a lawyer, gets dressed up like respectfully, makes sure he has an Uber to take him there. None of these kind of crazy things that you'd expect. And I walked him into the courtroom and said, "Wait here." And I went into the actual judge's chambers and was bang. Yeah, no notice to me, no nothing. And next thing I know, the guy's outside. It's creepy. And again, this guy, I don't think he would have resisted arrest. Is not that type of person. But there's large numbers of people here. And when that immigrant community finds out that non-compliance has better results than compliance, holy moly, are you going to have trouble on your hands. I think this is a foolish idea here. And I would hope they'd reconsider it.
So
not arresting these people. If they're here illegally, that's their job. But doing that in courthouses, again, threatens the incentive system. The only rational behavior starts to be not going.
By the way, you cannot stand, and I don't want to speak for you, but you have expressed this, the white ladies in the Range Rovers with the cell phones blowing whistles and screaming at the agents. You hate that, don't you?
Right, because that's another form of lawlessness. It's just the opposite side of it. It is. Okay, when just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can't break the law, and it doesn't mean you can't you can't fail to realize you're breaking the law. Just because you have a Range Rover doesn't mean you can't break the law, and just because of a Range Rover doesn't mean you could fail to realize that too. When these people are getting underfoot in law enforcement, that fellow got underfoot in law enforcement while carrying a gun. This is really bad idea. Notice I didn't run out there and fight with ICE officers because I didn't like what they were doing.
By the way, this has happened with another one of your clients. They chased him across 65 into traffic.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, he did actually run, and you're gonna start seeing more of that, because not only have they weaponized the local court system, but they've really very, very quickly gerrymandered the rules inside immigration court so that nobody's getting out anymore. The bonds are very, very difficult, very difficult to get an immigration bond. Even where the person is only in there for immigration violations, it's a very small group of people that can still get immigration bond. The immigration courts. What people don't understand is immigration court is part of the same agency that's trying to deport you. Because of that, it's subject to internal agency biases. You're going to have to spend a lot of money to exhaust all your remedies inside immigration and get into federal court before you get a judge whose check doesn't come from the Department of Homeland Security.
Joseph Patrick Murphy, immigration lawyer, you have been characterized as a bad guy for representing these people. Do you consider yourself a bad guy?
I do not, and I don't consider criminal defense attorneys bad guys for representing criminals. I don't consider divorce attorneys as bad people for representing people who couldn't hold their marriages together. By the way, my friend, and I love her, said DUI, just a DUI. I apologize. She's right. That's serious stuff, and people die. I'm not diminishing that. It is.
What I'm suggesting is the onus was we're going after murderers, rapists. Now they're snatching a guy up in the hallway of the courthouse.
Right. This wasn't ICE arresting him to prevent a DUI. The DUI was a done deal, and it was handled by the local cops. The problem is, if this person, probably if he was a different person, he's a pretty law-abiding guy, but if this was a different person, and if this person knew that complying was going to result in deportation, maybe they think twice before pulling over.
So now you're saying, and by the way, your theory is, and I buy into what you're selling, this will force them underground. Hell with it. I'm just going to do my thing, right?
And when people go underground, and I've been doing this for a long time, they become ripe for exploitation. When they're afraid to go to the police because someone touched their child, that starts happening more. There's a cash economy, exploitation of these migrants. Then it becomes fueling another type of public safety problem called crime. So this is a pincushion. And I'm not suggesting that we stop deporting none of this kind of stuff. This is not a political thing for me. I'm an immigration lawyer. I don't argue about what the speed limit is. I argue about whether my client violated it. But my point is arresting people in courthouses is going to make them less likely to comply with court process. How can you expect them to come when they don't even get a chance to plead their case and they're snatched up from the lobby?
Hey, man.
And thrown out of the country.
You're always in the middle of these discussions. What do you tell people that want to go down and protest ICE? There was a big protest last night outside their headquarters. What do you tell people?
People have an absolute right to protest. I have no problem with people protesting. But what does that mean? Because it means peacefully. It doesn't mean with bullhorns. It doesn't mean invading spaces or breaking into hotels where ICE is. If you're worried ICE is going to overstep, keeping them up all night with sirens and bullhorns, what do you think is more likely to result in bad performance?
No, I agree. It's an accident waiting to happen, brother, and we have dead people to prove it. It's horrible.
It's a setup. You keep these people in a state of unable to get sleep, keep them angry, and then expect them to have this, the patience of Job dealing with migrants.
But let me say this. This. What they did, and I don't agree with anything they did in Minneapolis, the protesters, it was horrible to watch. They got done what they wanted to get done, sir.
Well, what do they really
Humpty Dumpty. You know what I'm saying? They're falling. It's crumbling.
I say, if you really want to fight ICE, if you really don't like what they're doing and you want to do something to stop it, you got to go to law school and do what I do. There's rules about who gets to do that.
I know, my man, but these protests, you cannot argue it. They're having impact. Insane impact. They are.
In Minneapolis?
No. In Washington. Sent the big shots out. You watch. Kristi Noem will go. Trump is saying we got to review the policies. No, man, it's been insane, the impact. I'm not saying I would send my kids to those protests. Not my thing. But my man, to suggest it's just Minneapolis is just not accurate. It's my man. It's hit the fan. It's put Trump's immigration policy in jeopardy. They've lost the narrative, sir. They have.
Right. No, there is a certain feeling that the initiative has been lost.
Yeah. You're my man.
I mean, look.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not exactly a radical or an anarchist like some of these people are. But when you get me starting to double think about this, and I've seen it all. I saw what Obama did.
You have.
You have. Yeah, that's a pretty long stretch to get me cranked up as they did today.
Joseph, Patrick Murphy, just a fine Irishman. Best immigration lawyer I know. Thanks, my man.
Thank you, Marty. Pleasure. Bye-bye.
It's amazing. The whole issue is amazing.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Think your health insurance isn't changing? Think again. Premiums are rising, subsidies may go away, and expensive surprises loom. Have Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman from One Health Benefits be your health insurance advocates. From Medicare changes to ACA plans, the One Health Benefits experts navigate the insurance maze at no cost to you. Before you renew or enroll, call One Health Benefits. They work for you, not the insurance companies. Call 724-799-8873 or go to onehealthbenefits.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Julian Gray Associates has the most certified elder law attorneys of any law firm in the nation, right here in Pittsburgh. They also have experienced social workers so that you can prepare a plan to age with dignity that you can afford. Visit grayelderlaw.com.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Take a break and come out with us tonight.
Not tonight, man.
Come on. You deserve a night out. You're going to miss out.
Miss out on what?
While you stayed home, they won big. They celebrated. They got the suite, stayed up all night, and made memories. And you weren't there. Some nights are too good to sit out. Rivers Casino. Don't miss the moment.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Senate Democrats threatening to shut down the federal government by voting against a funding bill for the Department of Homeland Security, parents of those ICE agents in Minnesota involved in 2 fatal shootings. Now, that could cut off funding to the IRS as well and mean very long delays for anyone getting a refund this year. The last government shutdown in the fall lasted a record 35 days. On Wall Street, stocks aren't moving much at all right now as investors await a decision on interest rates from the Federal Reserve. And earnings later today after the close from Meta Platforms, Microsoft, and Tesla. Right now, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P all essentially flat. An earnings beat and rosy outlook from chipmaker Texas Instruments is lifting the entire chipmaking sector. Shares of Texas Instruments right now up 9%. Shares of Intel up 11%. And just days after ordering a number of wide-body jets from Boeing, Delta Airlines put in an order for 31 jumbo jets from Airbus, fueling optimism about international travel. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Here's my thing about that arrest, and Patrick we've been together so long, we're like an old married couple. Kind of express what you're thinking and about the guy getting grabbed outside of court.
Well, yeah, I mean, isn't it seems like it might be a safer place to do it now than on the streets where you're going to get involved with protesters who are trying to interfere.
Why not?
So it takes all the risk out of there for both sides.
Rather than get my ass kicked on the street, stuff thrown at me. Wow.
In the courthouse, everyone's been screened for weapons. It's a safe environment.
Wow. I'm with you. I mean, I guess it irritated the attorney, but if I'm an ICE guy, I'm like, instead of getting stuff thrown at me and cell phones in my face, right?
Yeah.
Potential violent acts.
You got someone who's there for a criminal matter.
Snatch him up, put him on a plane. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Right?
Boom, boom, done.
I don't know. I kind of see that. Luciano.
Yes, hello. Thank you for taking my call. Yes, I'm Latino, and they just hired 2,600 more ICE agents in November of last year, and I approve of what they're doing. A lot of migrants, I'm Latino, a lot of migrants have been working with fake Social Security card, fake IDs, and driving intoxicated. That's a felony.
Yeah.
Marty.
Yeah. All right, man. I got it. Cool. I agree. I ain't fighting with you, brother. Hey, this is a developing story. This is a developing story. Veronica Street in Troy Hill. A patient is critical. They can't get it salted. They're asking for an ETA and unable to give one. Wow. This happening right now. If someone's listening in Public Works, damn. This is kind of the crisis of this ice storm that plagues the city. Veronica Street, Troy Hill. A patient is in critical condition, and they can't get it salted. It's a mess. It's flat. I'm going to send this to the mayor. I'm not annoying him. He actually appreciates it and oftentimes gets someone to take care of it. We cannot accept that. That on top of, I'm about to post pictures from Sharpsburg. A massive garbage truck lost control on a hill in this ice and plowed into a bunch of cars on 10th Street in Sharpsburg. They're at the scene right now. This weather, folks, is sketch at best. At best. We are hoping that we can get someone. Wow. Veronica Street, Troy Hill. A critical patient can't get the street salted, and they can't get the person out of their home. I hope someone's listening that matters. And I will send this to both the Public Works folks I'm texting, I'm sorry. And to the mayor. All right. We will get on this. We will make sure we get someone out to that. This is unsettling to me. The street's a mess. They asked for an ETA for the trucks to salt it, and they can't give one. Folks, this cannot be as good as it gets. This is life and death stuff. Literally life and death stuff. We will stay on top of this and let you know what happens.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
We have this window, and it needs replaced. And I'm sitting here because I've been talking to the folks at Windows Direct, and they've got this deal right now. You buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. And check this out. You get $1,000 off your entire project and 0% interest for 60 months. You can spread out the payments, 60 months interest free, $1,000 off. And all you got to say is, I love my windows. 412-545-6003, 412-545-6003, Universal Windows Direct.
Most business owners are focused on running the business day to day. Invoices go out, expenses pile up, and reconciliation keeps getting pushed back. Then all of a sudden, it's tax day, and the books are not reconciled. ZP Accounting helps small businesses stay organized and informed with ongoing accounting support and regular financial review. So when deadlines arrive, your numbers are already accurate and ready. ZP Accounting is currently welcoming new founding clients with preferred pricing on monthly accounting support. Learn more at zpaccounting.com. When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cloudy and 13 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. A Highmark manager is facing serious criminal charges, accused of tampering with a coworker's drink and a shocking series of incidents last year. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the details.
Timothy Haver is accused of stalking, harassment, and indecent assault against a female coworker. Police say Haver repeatedly placed an unknown substance, later identified as semen, into the woman's mug at her office on Penn Avenue. The incidents were captured on a hidden camera with the victim's permission. Haver initially denied any wrongdoing, but later admitted to the acts, saying it was his only way of getting close to the accuser. Charges were filed in December, and the case is now moving through the courts. In a statement to KDKA Radio, Highmark Health says the safety and security of its employees is a top priority, and that the company has zero tolerance for conduct that harms or threatens others. The company says it conducted a swift investigation, is cooperating fully with the district attorney's office, and confirms Haver is no longer employed. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A man accused of assaulting a woman in Verona is in custody after an incident this morning. Police say a 34-year-old man assaulted the woman along the 500 block of West Railroad Avenue around 5 a.m. The unnamed man was taken into custody and transported to the Allegheny County Jail. Turns out he was wanted out of Wilkes-Barre on a PFA violation. Nearly 24 dogs were found chained outside in freezing temperatures in Aliquippa this past Sunday. Police say the 23 dogs may have been used for illegal dog fighting. Beaver County Humane Society shelter manager Kaylin Smith-Rankin tells KDKA Radio that rescuing so many dogs at one time puts a huge strain on the shelter.
It legitimately doubled our population overnight in the middle of a snowstorm, which is quite interesting. But it's really hard for us because it's an impact on so many different resources, and some of it's how much food we need, or how many blankets we need, or treats, or toys. But it's also just the biggest resource is probably time.
For more information on how you can help these animals, contact the Beaver County Humane Society. Pennsylvania gets an F, actually 3 of them, in its latest report card from the American Lung Association when it comes to its tobacco control efforts, specifically for its funding for tobacco prevention and control, for the sale of flavored tobacco products, and for the taxation of tobacco. Elizabeth Hensel, Director of Advocacy for ALA, says big changes need to happen to improve these grades.
It's really unfortunate. You talk to some of the youth and they don't think that vaping is bad. They only know that smoking is bad. They don't understand that they can end up with a collapsed lung. They can end up with lung cancer. They can end up with all of the exact same things with vaping that they can for cigarettes.
She says just in the last 30 days, 17% of high school students in Pennsylvania have admitted to using some form of tobacco product. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 9 points, the Nasdaq up 10, the S&P 500 is down 6. KDK Sports, Duquesne at home tonight against St. Bonaventure. That's a 7 o'clock tip. Robert Morris home as well. They'll take on Indiana of Indianapolis at 7 o'clock. KDK Radio News Time 103. Right now, cloudy and 13 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
I'm attorney Ed Shenderovich. Have you been injured at work? You may have more than one claim. To find out if you do, call us at 888-98-TWINS for a free consultation. At Shenderovich and Fishman, we've got your back, not your wallet.
Attention, Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more. And Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-674-5196. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-674-5196 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-674-5196. Again, 412-674-5196. 412-674-5196.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A very cold afternoon with clouds and limited sun. A couple of flurries around, the high 14. Partly to mostly cloudy, very cold tonight. Look for a flurry, the low 1 above. Tomorrow, clouds, some sun and bitterly cold with a chance of a late-day flurry, the high in the mid-teens. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Guys, the best thing I did in 2025 was get a new garage floor from Comer and Cross. It completely transformed my garage. It's given me new space in a new room in my house. I can't believe I waited as long as I did to get in touch with the great people at Comer and Cross. But hey, better late than never. And right now they've got their preseason sale going on. Comer and Cross, you're going to get a phenomenal price, and they're going to install it when you want it on your terms. They make it so simple. It's cold outside. They're going to take all the stuff out of the garage for you and secure it so you don't have to do it yourself. They fix all the cracks perfectly. And the best part is all of this gets done, and I know from personal experience, in one day. So go with the pros at Comer and Cross. They don't subcontract out. Call them now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR and lock in your preseason price and installation when you want it. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, 800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com. KDKA.com.
Every family vacation looks different. Maybe this year it's ocean waves in Myrtle Beach. Maybe it's lake mornings in Deep Creek. Maybe it's palm trees and turquoise water in St. Thomas. Wherever your next memory takes you, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the space, comfort, and experiences that bring everybody together. And when you book direct, you get the best homes at the best price without the extra fees. Start planning your next trip at SWAC, SWACK Vacations.com. That's SWACVacations.com.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then they help you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
We got a bunch of stuff going on. Runaway garbage truck plowed into a bunch of cars in Sharpsburg. I've got a woman in critical condition trapped in her iced-in street. Let me make sure I'm right in the street again. Veronica Street, Troy Hill, in critical condition. They can't get to her. That's bad. I have Paul Anthony. We've got to talk about these dogs because that's a big issue. And then there's this. I can't believe it. Please listen to this.
Harassment and indecent assault against a female coworker. Police say Haver repeatedly placed an unknown substance, later identified as semen, into the woman's mug at her office on Penn Avenue. The incidents were captured on a hidden camera with the victim's permission. Haver initially denied any wrongdoing, but later admitted to the acts, saying it was his only way of getting close to the accuser. Charges were filed in December, and the case is now moving through the courts. In a statement to KDKA Radio, Highmark Health says the safety and security of its employees is a top priority, and that the company has zero tolerance for conduct that harms or threatens others. The company says it conducted a swift investigation, is cooperating fully with the district attorney's office, and confirms Haver is no longer employed. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
That poor woman, man. That's just. There's some things you just can't believe. Like, what the hell? No reflection on Highmark because they have several 100,000 employees, but this guy's obviously mentally ill. That is one of those stories I'll be reading in Japan, unfortunately, because it makes Highmark look bad, and that's not fair, but Jesus. What is wrong with people? And then he said he was trying to get her attention? That's just mental illness. I'm not blowing it off, but Jesus, man. Then there's this. And by the way, a couple years ago, and it's always these jagoffs that raise these, allegedly raise these fighting dogs. And they're idiots, and half of them are felons or drug dealers or druggies. I'm serious. And I went out to Fayette County because this jagoff, and I mean that in the nicest way, left his dogs outside, and it was like 5 below. And we shot video. We got the dogs confiscated. We got the woman. She was a jerk about it, too, man. Her and her idiot, drugged-up boyfriend. They leave these dogs outside to die. And in the area where we found the dogs freezing to death and shot video and got them taken away, there were bones from other dogs. We have an insane respect and love and admiration for animals, especially since we have our own dog. We kind of get it. But no one knows it better than my close friend and the best dog trainer in the world, Paul Anthony. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, Marty. How are you?
So, describe this scenario in Beaver County, and then let's expound upon that because this isn't isolated, please.
No, Marty. Beaver County really, and people don't understand this, it's a hotbed for dog fighting. I mean, several years ago they found pit bulls over the hill. A few years ago, they investigated somebody for fighting dogs. And I mean, it needs to be stopped. It truly does. I mean, and people really don't understand what goes on, in dog fighting and the people involved in it. I mean, they are dangerous felons, like you said.
Describe this case, though, what was happening.
From what I understand, whether they got calls beforehand or not, from what I hear, people reported it, and that is, again, hearsay. But I guess the dogs were out in a blizzard. The police officers went and rescued the dogs along with the Beaver County Humane Society, and now they're housed at the Beaver County Humane Society, and as they should be, getting the proper treatment and medical treatment that they have.
Maybe so. And there's more than 20 of them, and they were freezing to death. However, my man, you know this better than anyone. No one wants beat up fighting dogs, and they throw them in these friggin' shelters and kennels, and Ma and Pa come through and say, look at the cute doggy. Not a good idea, brother, is it?
No, absolutely not, Marty. If these dogs were trained to fight, then there's going to be some behavioral issues with these dogs, 100%. And unfortunately, some of these dogs may have to be euthanized as, it's a shame already that of the care that wasn't given to them, but some of them may have to be euthanized because of behavior problems.
Right on.
Others,
right on. My man, you're telling the damn truth. They're friggin' dangerous. I mean, whether we want to have empathy is a different story. But for them to give those dogs to a family, in my world, sir, is irresponsible. Knowing the background, that they're fighting dogs, sir. Sir, tell the truth.
Yes.
You can't fix that, can you? You can't.
If they are genetically bred to fight other dogs, yes, they can be very dangerous.
And in a home, they could hurt someone.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Man. Hey, what? Most of these guys that fight these dogs, and they're mostly men, they're druggies, lowlifes, scumbags, right? Fair?
That's fair, but you would be surprised
really
with some of the other people involved in fighting. I mean, we're talking about thousands of dollars, in these dog fights. Thousands, like $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 involved in some of these dog fights.
No. Damn.
Oh, absolutely. And as you get across the United States, you'll see that even raised more. And then they get these champions, these grand champions, and then they breed these dogs, and then the puppies are $5,000, $10,000.
Wow.
It's an epidemic. It truly is an epidemic.
Hey, and they're doing this in Beaver County, this kind of fighting with that kind of money, brother.
Oh, the tri-state area, Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania, it's a hotbed for fighting dogs.
Whoa. Why, though?
Well, resources, number one. The Beaver County Humane Society and the other rescues and shelters, they have limited funds.
Nice.
And they have one humane officer who can't answer all these calls. The state police and local police. But the number one thing is, Marty, it's very, very, very hard to get into that circle, even undercover.
I see.
Because they are just so paranoid. They don't just let anybody in.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't see a lot of arrests as far as dog training in the tri-state area. And you're talking about, and nothing against these towns, but we're Steubenville, East Liverpool.
No, I get it.
I mean, Beaver Falls, Aliquippa, Pittsburgh. It's all over. It's all over, and it's sad.
Wow. Hey, my son asked me last night about hunters and hunting dogs. When I did this piece with the pit bulls that this woman was letting die outside, and we got her arrested and got the dogs taken away. I heard from these hunters, and by the way, I love them, and I love how they train their dogs and how disciplined they are. And you know this. Those men do not ever allow their dogs inside. That's their thing, sir. Right?
Well, some of them, and I know quite a few, Marty, that have kennels just like we have here.
Right on.
But they're indoor, they're heated. Now, some of the people also don't. They put some straw in there.
That's right.
And that's not fair to the dog.
But by the way,
absolutely.
By the way, the theory is, because you know this because you're the man, that once you bring the dog inside, he kind of loses his edge and doesn't listen to you anymore, right?
Absolutely, and that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest falsehood ever.
Is it?
Ever. Oh, absolutely. People said that about, my dog Finn. We went to 6 world championships over in Europe. My man was a pet and a companion.
He's amazing.
And a sport dog.
Amazing.
It showed with his level of success that you can have a house dog that can go out and compete or hunt or do these things.
Hey, before you go, can you tell us what you did this morning? Do you want to hold weight or? Come on, man. Looks like you had your beard brushed. Looks like you might even have a little makeup on, dog.
Yeah, I learned that from you. No, I had a casting call with a show on Paramount.
Yep.
And
what
so
show?
Hopefully something happens.
What show? What show?
But it's about my dogs, and hopefully something happens.
What show?
Oh man, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say it was Tulsa King or anything like that.
Oh my God, I love that show. You were kidding. You and Stallone were come on, man.
Yeah, so we're going to see, and we're going to go from there.
Oh my gosh. Great info, brother. You're the best on earth. Paul Anthony, thanks, my man.
So are you, buddy. Thank you.
Tulsa King is so cool. Just because it's Stallone and it's Tulsa and I lived there 10 years.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Hi, this is elder law attorney Carl Zachariah. Betty called me last week because her mother's in a nursing home and had given her $30,000 2 years ago. I told her that 5-year look back will not apply. We can get it fixed. Call Zachariah Brown at 724-942-6200 or visit PittsburghElderLaw.com.
The new era of UFC on Paramount Plus continues. Live from Australia. Featherweight champ Alexander Volkanovski.
He is an animal.
Defends his belt at home in an explosive rematch against Diego Lopez.
You gotta be kidding me!
And the always dangerous Dan Hooker. Throws down with powerhouse Benoit Saint-Denis in a high-action lightweight showdown.
There's never been anything like this.
UFC 325, Saturday, January 31st, only on Paramount Plus.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
So I went to high school with Bob Tootie, with Tootie Mechanical. Since I've known him, they've put 400 furnaces in homes, free furnaces. We're about to do that again. We'll put 20 in homes in one day. It's magnificent. You see folks cry. They change lives. This company gets it. 2D Mechanical. 400 furnaces. Amazing, amazing. 2D Mechanical. 412-771-4100. Love them.
Time to get your home zero-resified by calling our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet cleaned, starting at just $119 plus a free hallway, and take 15% off regularly priced services when you mention KDKA. ZeroResPGH.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
You buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. You get $1,000 off your entire project and 0% interest for 60 months. You can spread out the payments. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I had no idea that the dog fighting was that prevalent, ever. No idea. But I have been in the shelters, and they're full of pit bulls. And ask Paul, it might be a no-kill shelter, but most of those dogs need to be put to sleep. And it would be irresponsible of the wonderful folks at the shelter to give them to a family, because they'll kill someone or hurt someone. Regarding the hunters, I don't know that game. I love hunters because they get outside and it's a family thing. And I've been actually around some hunting dogs that are amazing and they love their owners. But Paul knows the game. I don't know the game. It's horrible, though, when you see dogs left outside to die. You know, I say this, and I've had this talk with many people, including my wife and kids. The irony of what happens in America today, we go into a house and we take all these cats out of the house, right? Everybody's, oh my God, look at the poor cats. And then they go in the house and there's stuff to the ceilings and there's urine and fecal matter and they arrest the owner. I guess that's what they do. But my thing is, if you're in a house with 30 cats and they haven't been outside or haven't crapped in anything but furniture for 3 months, you're mentally ill. It's just the way it is. I mean, come on. So we're always punish this woman. Okay, but if I've got dogs and cats and birds and dead animals in my house and I've been in those houses and it's insane. Patrick, how many cats do we have in that one house? Were there 40?
I think there were more than that in the end.
Right?
Yeah.
Like 40.
Yeah.
We had to get rescue people in there.
Sure did.
People get overwhelmed, right?
Yep. They get overwhelmed. They think they're doing something good, and then it snowballs.
Good point.
The cats they take in have more cats, and it just keeps literally multiplying on them.
Man, we went in there, brother. They were like jumping off the ceiling, and it was crazy.
Oh, yeah. And, no lie, that woman's life was in danger from the ammonia and the fecal matter in that house.
The thing is, this whole animal thing, only because we love animals so much because we fell in love with our dog, is profoundly important. But these animals that raise pit bulls, they need to be in prison, man. Come on, man. You're fighting pit bulls? Come on. 15 grand? Damn. That's gross. And then everybody wonders why they kill more dogs. And they kill more humans. About 40 people were killed last year by dogs, and 80% were pit bulls. Why? Huh? The people that raise them are animals and monsters and drug dealers and lowlifes and scumbags, whatever you want to call them. And I respect and admire the hell out of the neighbors in Beaver County who were probably afraid of them, but still called Humane Society, and good for them for taking the dogs. I hope they're smart enough, and I know they are, to not give those dogs to somebody, to just quietly, kindly, humanely put them to sleep before they hurt someone. Bad. Big time bad.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the U.S., we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
You know your customers. Ralph likes his coffee black on Fridays, but Mondays he takes a little cream. Jennifer comes in every 3 years when her lease is up to get the newer and better model. And for some reason, pepperoni pizza sells like crazy on Friday nights. Who knew? At Odyssey, we have the expertise to get your media plan done right. With ads like you're hearing right now, to targeted social media campaigns, search engine optimization, and location-based advertising. Advertise with Odyssey and help us grow your business. Visit ads.odyssey.com.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 13 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. Pittsburgh City Council will put two of Mayor O'Connor's top public safety nominees under oath. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has those details.
Acting Police Chief Jason Lando and Acting Public Safety Director Sheldon Williams will be sworn in during their city council interviews today, a requirement added after the resignation of former Chief Larry Scarrato. The former chief stepped down after questions arose about his return to NCAA refereeing, despite earlier assurances to council. The under oath process is intended to add accountability moving forward. Council may also address past allegations connected to Chief Lando's tenure in Maryland, though prosecutors there found no criminal wrongdoing. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Great challenges exist due to the extreme cold. National Weather Service meteorologist Matt Broody says looks like that's going to be the case for the entirety of the rest of this week.
Especially, keeping an eye on the river ice, too. So if anybody's out there and you see some ice on any of the rivers, please do let us know, because that's important for us to know for a couple weeks down the line here if we do warm up and thaw out and we start to see some impacts from that on the rivers.
He says we won't even hit the freezing mark, however, until the middle of next week. Pittsburgh City Theater Board has voted to remain independent by voting against the three-way merger with two other performing arts organizations in the region. A statement from City Theater cites that organization's Southside location and intimate style for staying independent. However, Pittsburgh CLO and the Pittsburgh Public Theater will continue to explore the possibilities of a possible two-way consolidation. Where's the beef? For some people, due to the price, it remains on the shelf. News Radio KDK's David Bottlerado has more.
Grant Craig of Henry's Meat Market in Cranberry says there are a number of reasons why beef prices have been steadily increasing since the pandemic, ranging from fewer cattle being slaughtered, higher costs for fuel, to consumers being willing to pay the price.
The price of the industry has been at a very high level, kind of artificially inflated since things leveled out from COVID. And with the prices of everything else around beef rising too, and just things in general kind of holding their price since COVID because people realized people would pay for it.
Craig says since Henry's offers unique products, that gives consumers there some options. And he says when they're on sale, they'll easily move 1,000 pounds of pork chops per week. David Colorado News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 14 points, the Nasdaq up 34, the S&P 500 down 2. KDK Radio News Time, 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander from the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Come with me to Get My Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
At a time when children are in crisis, the Kids Mental Health Foundation envisions a future where mental health is a vital part of growing up, and support starts with all of us. At home, at school, at practice, everywhere kids are.
If you're at school having a bad day, you just don't want to do anything.
I just get these thoughts like, do better. All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed?
He's just in tears in the huddle. I was like, what's wrong? And he's just like, I'm just so frustrated, and I didn't know what to do.
None of my undergraduate studies talked about mental health.
Teachers need tons of help. The Kids Mental Health Foundation is the leading organization promoting mental health for children in the U.S. and has free tools and information developed by experts.
Having those resources is the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
Check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A cold weather advisory tonight from 7 this evening through 11 a.m. tomorrow. Some sun will give way to clouds and look for a couple of flurries this afternoon with a high of 14. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and bitterly cold, a flurry or two, the low 1 above. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10 tomorrow morning. We'll keep you posted with the KDK Radio Storm Center. Bill Hillgrove weighs in on Mike McCarthy as the Steelers' new head coach, and a chance for you to win tickets to see the Rocket Band Elton John tribute at Rivers Casino.
Man, I got my man Lance here with MediConnect, but I got to get to Mary Hours first. Mary? Damn, girl. Wow. It's the gift that won't stop freezing. It's horrible. Endless.
It is.
Crazy.
It's brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we're not even through the worst of it just yet.
Go into that. Go into that, Mary, because this is important.
By the end of the week, I think that, we're going to be pretty used to it. We're not going to want to go outside, but we have actual low temperatures that'll be below zero. So Friday and Saturday morning, we're looking at temperatures between 4 below to 6 below.
No.
So this is very similar to 2022. Remember that Christmas that we had those wind chills like 25 below and actual low temperatures below zero? This is kind of that deep freeze that we're in. And, that could cause a lot of issues, with pipes, things like that, just being below freezing for this long. We don't see temperatures getting in the 30s until maybe midweek next week.
Wow.
So probably still more like a week of this. I mean, the coldest temperature temperatures again this weekend, but still, it's brutal.
Mary, is it, someone said 15 years we haven't seen anything like this? Is it that long?
So 15 years ago. So I think back in, 2015, it was in February. I think we had like 10 below for our actual temperature. I had a few stats that I was looking at earlier, but I think it was like the end of February. But then I know 2022 was actually pretty brutal. 2014 was also pretty brutal in January. I think we had low temperatures between about 5 to 10 below for our actuals. So yeah, it's been... We've had this before, but it's been a while.
So I have my nephew and his kids coming in. They want to go skiing this weekend. I sent them. I said, I don't want to be a buzzkill, but could be 10 below in the mountains. And Mary, throw some wind in. You know what I'm saying? Kind of dangerous, unhealthy stuff, right?
It is. It really is. I mean, when you have wind chills, 10 to 15 below, you have the risk of frostbite in maybe 30 minutes. I mean, especially if you're not, you're not covered. When you're covered, maybe a little bit longer, but still, I personally would not go out in this. There are some people who are like, oh, it's fine. I'm used to this. Like, no problem.
No one's, Mary, Mary, no one's used to this crap. Come on.
I know. What about, I don't ski, but I know people who are like skiers, they go to Colorado and all of that for, skiing. But yeah, it's just not.
I know, Mary, but I've never, and my wife's a big skier and double black diamond slopes in Aspen. She ain't going out in 3 below, sister. No way.
Yeah,
no way.
Then we're not skiing. We're not doing it. Don't do it.
No. And kids and elderly folks can get hurt, man. Right?
Yeah, well, I got in an argument with Viviana the other morning because I was leaving for work and my husband was outside shoveling.
I saw him.
And they were like, I'm going to go outside. I was like, no, you're not. Yeah. You're not going outside in this. They were like, why? Look at the piles of snow. I'm like, Vivi, it is dangerously cold. That is why you don't have school. And she was like, I can just go out in this. She had a sweatshirt, leggings. She goes, this is fine. I'm like, no. You would need like extra layers. You're not going to be outside for a while. And then tears. They were crying. They were so mad at me. I'm the worst. And I'm like, you'll thank me one day.
Hey, are you surprised by what's transpired this winter? It's been harsh, Mary.
No, I try not to be surprised because every time we do our winter weather forecast, and normally we average about, like our average snowfall for Pittsburgh is about 44 inches. I've seen winters where we haven't had anything. I've seen winters where we went over average. And whenever we do our winter weather forecast, I think we went for maybe like 30 inches. We didn't go above average. We went like a little below average. So we're about at 36 inches so far, I think, for the season. But I always say, the one thing I always say is, hey, this is our forecast, but one big snowfall can just throw things completely off. So I'm always ready for it. And when I see it, I'm like, darn it, we got it. It's
you guys
here.
Nailed it this weekend. You were tireless. It was insanely important public information.
Yeah.
And you and Ray and Ron, it was amazing. And I want to thank you. Thank you. Great job. Great job.
Of course, I know I'm off tomorrow and Friday, and I can't wait to let my body and my soul rest a little bit because I'm just like,
have some comfort
food. Yes.
Mary Hours, thank you.
Thanks, Marty.
Lance O'Brien, my man, I hate this. And people that say they like this are high.
There's so much.
It's horrible.
I was born in upstate New York. I lived north of Boston for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sick and tired of snow. I hate it.
Hate it.
And the cold on top of it. It's just like, enough's enough.
Right on, bro. So I sent you something that actually fascinates me because I never would have believed this. Wall Street Journal. The Medicare charge that's taking a big bite out of Social Security checks. People are now paying more for this than a mortgage. How the hell did that happen?
Yeah, so there's a couple things, because I know we talked about a couple articles this week. The first one was on IRMA, which stands for Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. And basically what that means is you can pay more for your Part B based on your income. The simplest way for me to explain it is, if you make good money while you're in your working years, you pay more what? Taxes.
Right on.
Right? When you go on Medicare, if you're making more than they think you should, which is right now for a married couple filing jointly about $215,000 a year, they're gonna charge you more for your Medicare.
Which, by the way, is why you told me don't do it.
That is why I told you not to do it, because again, if you had to pay the normal standard premium, Medicare would have been a better option for you, just by cost and coverage.
Yeah.
But because you would have this IRMA surcharge, because there's actually 5 levels to the IRMA.
Whoa.
Right? So the highest level is if you're making over $750,000 a year, you have to pay.
That's Patrick money.
That's definitely Patrick money. I mean, it's dripping onto the floor here. But I mean, at that rate, you have to pay an extra $600 a month.
Oh.
Not just for you, but also for your spouse if you're married. So you both get hit with about an extra $1,200, right? So it can be pretty big. And the one thing that people don't realize about it is it's based on a 2-year look back.
Oh.
So what a lot of people do, Marty, is they're like, well, I'm getting ready to retire. I'm not going to be making as much money. I'm going to look at my Medicare. And then they go, and if they're going on to Medicare in 2026, they're going to actually look at their 2024 tax return.
Oh.
To determine if they qualify for an IRMA.
What do you suggest?
Well, suggest talking to someone who actually knows what the rules are, because we've had people come to us after trying to do it on their own or working with someone else and said, I made a decision to go to Medicare based on what they told me it was going to cost, and they hadn't actually given them this information related to IRMA. Some people don't really know what they're doing in this space.
I see.
Honestly, like the familiarity with it and really being thorough. Because again, Marty, I hate to say it, but this is reality.
No, you're right, man.
People don't make money in this business normally unless they sign people up for Medicare.
Nice.
Right? Where that's just not the approach we take. Our approach is education. Let's look at what really it means for you. So, like, there's just some people that if they meet with someone, they could sit there and not make money if they don't sign them up for something.
And there were folks in that Wall Street Journal article that are paying more for this than their mortgage.
Yeah, so again, the second article actually had to do with Affordable Care Act.
Yes.
And Obamacare, and, you know, saying that the average premium for some people, with just the way that the health care costs are rising in general, plus the elimination of the subsidies, you know, you've got some people out there paying over $1,500 a month for their coverage on Penny, the Affordable Care Act.
Damn.
It's crazy, dude.
Damn.
Because the thing of it is they did away with pre-existing conditions.
Oh, man.
Right? Because if you do away with that, then how do you rate or increase the premium?
Wow.
There's only 2 ways to do it now. One is through if you're a smoker or not. The other is the older you get, the more they make you pay, regardless of what your income is.
Really?
Yeah. Now, again, you can qualify for tax credits that will bring it down. The subsidies could bring it down, but there's an automatic inflation as you get older. That's the only way they could separate the costs.
Can you hang?
Yeah, because I definitely want to talk about the advance notice.
No, this is important. Lance O'Brien, you got to hang, folks. Important stuff.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Upgrading your home or office this year? Start with your windows. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory doesn't just sell custom window treatments. Lachina makes draperies and top treatments in their Pittsburgh factory. That means better quality, low factory direct prices, and no middleman markup. Custom draperies, blinds, shades, shutters made to fit your home and budget. This year, do it right. Call Lachina at 412-665-4900 or visit lachinadrapery.com. Quality you deserve, prices you'll appreciate.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
At 75 years old, all drivers should have to retake the road test. If you're good to drive, what's the problem with doing this? But drivers who are 65 plus are involved in about 60% of all crashes into buildings, yet they make up only about 19% of all drivers.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
File your taxes for free with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. Just file on your own in the Credit Karma app by February 28th. Valid for those who didn't file with TurboTax last year.
Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters. For more than a decade, I've been working with CertaPro Painters, doing great work for me, and now is the time. Get a free estimate, get on the schedule at the right price. You never have to wonder what's next with CertaPro Painters. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Pittsburgh-based Coghill Investment Strategies has been acquired by Blue Spring Wealth Partners. Terms of the transaction were not disclosed. Blue Spring, which announced the deal today, said the well-known wealth manager is part of its community of high-performing advisory firms. Going forward, it is known as Coghill Investment Strategies, a Blue Spring Wealth Partner. Also, the Board of City Theater has voted against merging with two other performing arts organizations in the region. Back in August, City Theater, Pittsburgh Public Theater, and Pittsburgh CLO announced they were looking to identify potential areas of collaboration, including potential consolidation. Now the three organizations' boards each independently voted, with the City Theater board voting to remain independent. The CLO and Public Theater will now explore a potential two-way merger. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My man Lance, we're very good friends. I love him because he's honest and he's so damn smart. And he actually really cares about helping people. And yeah, this woman just sent me a note I wanted to read. This is such baloney. So I saved in my 401k so I can reap money when I retire. I'm penalized because I earn more money to receive Medicare, which is the same coverage for anyone. What a bunch of crap. It's not like I buy a $75,000 car and get all the bells and whistles. What do you say to that?
I say I don't disagree with her.
Right?
I don't think there should be penalties with Medicare. I know why they do it, Marty.
Why?
Because they want to scare people into making sure they get Medicare, because the costs of not getting Medicare on the healthcare system would be significant.
You mean just showing up?
Yes. If you show up, no health care, right?
People do that all day long, by the way.
Right. So, I understand why they do it, but I don't think there should be any penalties. And I certainly don't think that you should pay more for your Medicare because you made more money when you were working.
No, man.
But I don't make the rules.
You're right.
It's just really, those are two things I just don't like at all about how the system is set up.
Lance O'Brien with Mediconnect. Tell us what you had to tell us today. It's important.
Yeah, so a lot of people, when they think Medicare, they think October, November, December, rightfully so, because that's when it hits their front porch, if you will, right? Annual enrollment period. But what we're looking at, and me specifically, is end of January every year, there's something that comes out called the advance notice. And that it comes out from CMS, which is the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Came out 2 days ago.
Oh.
And what it does, it's actually about 160-some pages.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it begins to start well, I haven't even told you the whole bit yet, but it begins to start the forecast of what Medicare Advantage plans, prescription plans are going to look like for 2027. So what it is it's an advance notice of this is how much reimbursement they're projecting, all of that. So the initial report in that 169 pages, there's a ton more in there, but the big thing that people look at is how much more money is Medicare going to give the private insurers. And right now they're projecting 0.09%. 0.09%. Now that's a really small percentage. Just to give you an idea, when it finalized last year, it was at 5.3%.
Oh no!
So this is really flat. right? Now, in actual dollars, it's actually a pretty big amount. It's about $700 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, hearing a percentage in reality, I don't want to get people stuck in the mud, though. What does this actually mean?
Yeah.
So what happens now, Marty, is over the next 30 days, all the lobbyists, all the people that are on the agent side, all the people on the insurance side, they're going to respond to this for advance notice. And then from the end of February to April 6th, they're going to make changes based on that. And that's when the final notice comes out.
Oh, and by what you're saying, I'm feeling a vibe that things are going up for consumers.
So two things are likely to happen if significant changes don't happen between now and April.
Okay.
Benefits will remain level or regress.
Yeah.
Meaning premiums will go up, copays will go up. So it could be a continuation of what we saw this year, or is a better way to say it, not just or. It's not one or the other. It could be both. We could see more regression of carriers in the markets, meaning more termination of plans.
Which is what happened. Let's use Florida as an example with hurricane coverage. You end up with one insurer, and then they force you into a pool of high-risk folks and high costs.
Yes.
Because no one wants this crap.
Yeah.
Because they can't make money.
So, and that's the thing. At the end of the day, the private insurance need to make money. It's how our system's set up. We could have a whole conversation on whether that's right or wrong, right?
Yeah.
But, we're not going to do that today. But, again, I don't want people to panic. But part of my job is to be into what is going on.
My man, it feels like we're headed kind of sort of toward a wall.
I think what we're headed towards, and I'm going to be very transparent on this.
Yeah.
A lot of money was thrown at the Advantage Plan companies, and they started offering a ton of benefits that they probably shouldn't have. It became like the Saturday morning swap meet, right? Hey, we're going to give you this for free and this for free and this for free. Yeah. And what happened is things started turning upside down a little bit. So I think what we're actually going to see is we're going to start seeing a return to the medical benefits, as opposed to all the extra bells and whistles.
Give me an example.
So there was some plans that were giving people $200 a quarter to buy vitamins and other things over the counter.
Oh.
I don't think that benefit itself is going to go away, but I think it's going to get retracted down to what is probably a more reasonable thing of maybe $50 a quarter.
I see.
Right? Because, I would talk to people all the time, and they're like, I got so many Band-Aids in my cabinet, it's like they're buying to use the benefit, but it's not really helping the overall health. So I think what we're going to see is a return to a focus on medical benefits, which is good, right? Let's make sure the medical benefits are really solid before we go into a whole bunch of other stuff. And then from there, I just think that they're going to be smarter about it. I still feel very positive about the options of a Medicare supplement and a Medicare Advantage plan. I just think, again, we're continuing to go through a reset.
Lance O'Brien, Mediconnect. So help me with the folks listening who are now hacked off.
So sorry if you're hacked off. That's certainly not my intention, but I want people to begin to think about, okay, I know in October I'm going to have to think about this, but what could be happening? And simply, again, the advance notice is giving us an initial picture. It's not a final picture, but we want to make sure that stability is there. Hopefully, I will tell you this, Marty, the last 4 or 5 advance notices, the final notice has been about 2 to 3 percentage points higher in the money that was brought out, right? So that's probably what's going to be here. I do know that there's a benchmark of 4% that the carriers look at in order for them to really feel like, okay, we can maintain.
Hey, important though, you still have folks that don't have a plan yet?
Oh, absolutely.
How many?
I think, one plan we're somewhere around 8,000 was the last number, right? So, and they've got about 5 weeks to get a plan. And then one of the other carriers was about 6. So it's dwindling for sure, but still 15,000 people out there not knowing they don't have coverage or just haven't.
And warn them. Tell them what happens if they don't.
If their plan was terminated, they don't pick a plan by the end of February, then they are going to have to go through the rest of this year with just original Medicare, which means, again, they're going to have coverage, but there's more risk just having the red, white, and blue card and no supplemental or secondary insurance. It'll cost them more out of their pocket with no max out of pocket if they just have the red, white, and blue card. Yeah, absolutely.
How you feeling?
Fantastic. Had my first cardiac
He had
rehab
bypass.
today.
We haven't hit this.
Yeah.
Then he had the friggin' flu.
Yeah.
And what'd you do today?
Started cardio rehab. So rocking and rolling,
cool,
buddy. I feel amazing, honestly. You know, now that I've gotten past the flu, I'm about 5 weeks out from the procedure. So, yeah, I mean.
And so people know, my man didn't mess around with it. He went and immediately got help. You had a massive blockage.
90%.
Woo!
Main artery of my right main artery was 90% blocked.
You could have died.
Could have.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't.
We love you, you know that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Lance O'Brien, Mediconnect, is a fine lad. He is the best.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather.